Shall we get back into the combat?
We shall. So, we left off with Varakna. It is, you're looking through the orb. The matron just dismissed that. You could see, or dismissed the other one, and, she did a little bit of messaging in between to some of the people that are on her field. Some of you got some nice messages. Some of you got some encouraging, I guess, as far as that can go. But it's your turn. You can move up to 30 feet. You can cast through these spells. So far, it seems like everything that's going through it is pretty successful. You haven't had any hiccups yet.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Since my metamagic attack didn't hit, did it use my metamagic point?
Yes.
My sorcery point?
Yeah, it still consumes it because you're using the
it just missed.
Sorcery point to imbibe your spell with whatever effect that you were choosing. So the metamagic is just proccing off of that activating.
Yeah, I know. My brain just looped the two together.
You're fine.
Well...
So you can see those 3 orcs kind of up there huddling over the scout's body. And then a little to your left, you can see one of the orcs coming around. And I guess you can kind of see the foot of the far orc off in the distance, just beyond that bend as well.
Can I do that thing that I know this thing can do on this guy?
Yeah.
And see if I can figure out how many are coming?
Oh, okay. Yeah, go ahead. Let me look up the save DC for that. Apologies, give me 1 second. Eventually these will all be in here, so they'll link in the chat, so we won't have this issue going forward. Spell save. Intelligence, spell save, and which yours is 14, I believe, right? Okay, so he's gonna roll 8. Intelligence save. He's got a -2 modifier, too. And he fails it. So, yeah, he uses 14, I believe. So, you're able to dig in his mind. He's going, I'm going to get over there. I want to kill that scout too. He's thinking about that female that the other orcs are kind of crowding around. And
aren't they literally beating a dead horse at this point?
Oh, yeah, they are. She's just a pile of flesh right now. Just a massive gore. I don't even think she's resurrectable at this point.
They're just playing in it.
Yeah. By digging in that orc's mind a little bit, you're able to see another orc. He tells you that that's the only real other one that you have to worry about as far as the orcs in your head, in his head. Like you kind of gather that from his thoughts. You also gather that they're not in control. But he doesn't really know the numbers. He wasn't paying attention to it. But it's more, it's enough drow to frighten him. So you know that it's more than a few.
Okay.
But he's not good at math, so he can't remember the exact numbers, and he's not actively conversing with you. So you're just getting rough guesstimate.
That counts as my action, then, right?
Yes, because you use the action to dig into that orb. So you could still do a bonus action. That counts as an action spell, so you would only be able to do, I don't think you would be able to quicken a spell in this sense, because you already cast an action before that. I'm pretty sure you have to cast a cantrip as your action in order to quicken a spell as a bonus action.
Okay, well, I want to,
It's really sick that Tazao has that helmet. I forgot all about that helmet.
No, session 1 I asked for it, but then I said I wasn't walking around. And then I said I wasn't walking around town with it because it was super conspicuous and I didn't want to get mugged. But but this is a battle. I have use for it.
Yeah, makes total sense.
And it turns out it's a very good thing I did.
Yeah.
Otherwise I might have been taken out as collateral. So I feel like I was very clever there.
Yeah, that was very, very clever. Kudos on your part, man.
Even when I don't try to make the bag of bullshit lives in me.
Okay, well...
What are you trying to do?
I want to see if I can peek around this corner.
Okay. Yeah, you moved it up here. Alright, you peek around. And you can see this guy right here. And this one. And they don't notice you. They don't notice the arcane eye floating above.
So there are 5 orcs.
Yeah. That you saw. Well, yeah, you didn't see the other one, but there was one that ran away that was actually scared and it completely got away.
So this guy is injured. Can I roll and see? Can I try to roll to see?
Passive perception is 15, but it doesn't have like it wouldn't be. It's not good in arcane, so it wouldn't notice that. So it doesn't see that.
Can I roll to see if I can tell that guy is injured?
I would say just from looking at it, it looks pretty injured. It's got like a big slash across the chest. It's bleeding.
Okay.
Just from looking at it, you can tell that it's been hit more than once, probably, or at least once. But it's definitely injured. It's hobbling along kind of slowly.
Okay. Can I connect to this guy via the orb?
As a bonus action, I would say. Yeah, I would say you wouldn't be able to as a bonus action because the bonus action is like something quick, like something within a half a second, and to disconnect and to reconnect to something, I would say that takes a full action to do.
Okay, then that's it.
Okay, so from there we go to this female drow. Okay, so this female is going to come, but that's the same time she's coming. This female drow kind of steps out of the house, and right beside her, I was talking through the freaking thing again without clicking it. This female drow steps out right here, and then her brother steps out right beside her.
Where's your map?
You guys would recognize these two right here as Zavala's kids, the ones you guys met that one day in the common area where the servants were. They were the ones that were kind of picking on people. They kind of step out, and as they do, the same moment, Maria, these drow kind of move in. And cast darkness. And as they do, I'm going to cast 1, 2, 3, 4 globes of darkness. Alright. 1 second, and put these globes in. Now, normally I would have hid these in the back later. 15-foot squares.
Are y'all seeing the other map? Like in the little square? Because I'm not.
I'm still far away from you, so I don't know if I can see it.
No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking
about. So they drop these. Do what?
We have the big map, and then usually if you look down there where all of our pictures are, that's where the other map is, where we can see where.
Oh, well, that's actually Lulth's. That's Lulth's recording, not actually a map we're supposed to be looking at.
Oh.
Yeah, I can't see what you guys see. So, like,
okay.
This is your character. So that's all. You can only see what your character can see. I can see what everybody can see. I can see the whole map.
Okay, so we can't see the whole map. We only see what our character sees. Gotcha.
Exactly. So your characters can see 120 feet out in one direction.
Okay.
And with 120 degrees for it.
Okay.
All right. So you see these drow. You might see some drow. Rosaxo, you would see. You don't see any from where you look, actually.
So line of someone here.
Which actually means that there wouldn't be a globe of darkness there. It would be someone else because she can't see them. Oh, you can't see her?
Like, just barely.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So you can see her, and she drops. I don't even know if she can drop this there. She might just drop here. But just with the distance and everything, Rizaxo, you can tell that they don't have every gate covered. So, like, it's already starting off pretty bad. Just because they didn't do the math to figure out how many gates they would need to cover, so they don't have the whole battlefield covered before they start moving in. So just by drow etiquettes, that's pretty bad on the start.
Now, is that
to see what they did? So
now is that one of ours coming out of the compound, or one of theirs coming into us?
That is coming in towards you guys. So
Okay.
I'll mark them with a little red dot, so you know which ones. Or the ones that are, ones that are from us, or Illdorfain, sorry. Ones that are from Illdorfain will have a little blue dot in their corner. And then they will have a little red. So you guys can tell the difference of the combos. Or the tokens in this. Okay, so they drop these globes of darkness, and that's about as far as they can move, and they're just starting to move in. So the ones that you can see, you can tell. But as you look around, Rizaxo, you might, well, as everybody looks around. So Vidania, you can see that there's two globes of darkness set here.
I can see
and here.
some shit happening over here.
Yeah, but Vidania, you can see that, and yeah, you can actually see her too. You can see her right here.
I can see who.
You
Who
can
is
see
that?
one of them. That's one of the oncoming drow. She set as a globe of darkness right before that, and now, yeah, you can see this kind of globe of darkness enveloping this gate here, right here, and then there's another one right here.
I can see all
You can
kinds
see
of
that
stuff.
one. You can see that one right here too, and it's just like barely above your head or next to you. So, you know, if you go any further to your left, you'll be in that globe.
Is there any way that I could connect to Riz, or would I have to wait until my next turn?
You would have to wait till your next turn.
Okay.
But that's as far as they can go. And now it's back to the orcs. This is, that's the first guy. So now that he's finished that, over here towards his axe, we can't see him, but he's facing it. He would attack the gate, but now that he can see those axes, he's kind of heading towards him, even though he's like 10 feet above the ground. And you probably know what he's going to do. That's what he wants to do, so that's his turn. Next orc. Oh no, it's a scout maker. It's 2 for her. Alright, now it's 2 Zavala's babies.
Oh, Lord. Oh wait, they're on our team.
So he's going
Are
to
they?
up here,
Are they on our team?
and what?
This one is.
Yeah, this is
okay.
Zavala's baby. And he doesn't have anything to dispel any of that, otherwise he would do that. So he's just going to put some mage armor on himself. You can't see him glow blue for a second. Those of you who are close, Vidania, I know you can see him for sure. So he starts to glow blue for a second. And that, so that's all he does for his turn. He's just standing there, glowed blue for a moment, and then he disappeared. So Vidania leaves it to you. You can see this guy kind of chilling here, that drow female off in the distance. And another one of Zavala's children, the female. I can't remember the name. I don't have my book next to me. I apologize. But they'll be written in next time for sure. But if they're the same 2 that you guys met like on day 2 or 3, that were like talking smack, and they've come out.
Where?
So what would you like to do?
Where exactly is the doorway to the house?
The door is right here, but
like
it's a gate, and you can get past it. You can go past it at any time.
not the gate, but the door to the inside of our compound.
Okay, it's right. Yeah, it's right here.
Okay. How far away is that from me? 40 feet.
Yeah, it's about 40 feet. I would say if you dash, if you use your action to dash, you could get in there and then go another 30 feet from there.
Okay. I don't want to get in the doorway. I just kind of want to block the doorway. But before I do so, I want to look down at Lena and tell her, look, you're going to have to make yourself useful and be brave, or we're both going to die here today.
Okay. Lena just kind of whimpers in your mind. What do you want me to do?
You're going to have to hide yourself, or I'm not sure if you know any spells or if you can put up any mental attacks on any of the enemy outside of the gates, but
she kind of, you can feel that she's agreeing with you in your mind, begrudgingly, and she kind of flumps off of you for a moment and looks back at you, and she flumps off in the distance. She goes from pool. She goes from here. She flumps up over here. Right. She gets right about there. So she's on the edge of the gate, flumping, flump, 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 until she gets right there.
Okay. Okay. Alright, now I would like to use dash and go block the doorway of the compound and take stance and be prepared to battle.
Okay. So you want to block the doorway to the house?
Yes. This little bitty tiny drow noble princess with her rapier blocking the only one blocking the doorway to the compound.
Okay, so you're standing in the doorway, your arms are like spread. You're just like, no, you shall not pass. Like Gandalf.
So click that and then click on my token and then hold. It did it! Oh, okay.
Okay, so you're blocking the door.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the end of your turn. Orc. So we got it's one of the orcs that was sabotaging Miss Scout over here, and I really don't know how she would be alive. They're literally like beating her and pummeling her, and she's making death saves. So I don't know how that translates.
Each hit in melee counts as a crit on a downed opponent. So after the second one hit her, she was dead.
Yeah, okay, that's what I was thinking. Okay, so she's dead.
They're beating her dead.
And none of the freaking drow soldiers are like, oi, hit the living ones! Like, really, someone needs to manage these fools.
Okay, so...
What?
This guy...
The obvious thought of a military commander, but now I'm just imagining a fucking white-collar business worker, like, okay, you finished that task, move on to the next one. No,
right,
a
so
fucking
this guy
teacher.
Gonna make it to there, and that's as far as you can go. Alright, next is Rosax.
Well,
yeah, you stand up there, you see some these orcs kind of approaching from down here. And they're coming back to the gate, it looks like. One of them looks like he was looking at you.
Mm-hmm.
This guy right here. He's like heading towards you. But again, he's like 10 feet below you. He would have to jump and kind of swing his axe, and he might be able to chip at your tongue. Maybe.
I would like to get into my bag of holding and get the gem out and use that if I can in this round.
Okay, so that means that it's going to have to make a save because it's staring at you. So you pull this gem out and you start to twirl it, and as it's twinkling, there's actually no natural light here.
Okay. Actually, first, so that's my bad.
Yeah, you would know that too. That it requires natural light. So there's no. Besides the flump, the flump is producing its own little light source, but it's only around it.
Right.
So other than that, let me see the angle, because this might be possible. Hold on. Because I forgot the house is also enchanted to where it has light coming off of it as well in a certain radius, and it would probably work. So from the angle, you would probably be able to glint from the house's enchantments coming from this way.
Okay. If not, no worries, I'll take that back. And
yeah, I forgot about the fairy fire enchantments and the plump. So yeah, this would work if you want to do that. So it has to make a save.
Are you able to get the attention to the other ones before I do this?
I'd say if you did it like as a bonus action, like make a loud clapping or something to get their attention. Yeah. You could probably do it. Okay, so you're able to gather these two's attention, I think. Yeah, you're able to gather everybody's attention up here, including Barak. But Barak, you would just hear it because you wouldn't be able to turn it. So you're actually able to gather this guy's attention. He looks over there as well, but he may not be able to see. So
that's fine.
For him, he's going to have the advantage because he might not be able to perceive it, like looking at it.
Right.
Okay, so now they're going to make the rolls. So that's 4. 4 rolls. And I believe that this is charisma save. Yes. Okay, so 1 passes it, the rest of them pass it. So the one that was looking at you, ironically, looks like he's lulling off, like dazing into a deep trance almost. This guy right here.
Gotcha.
So the one behind this one, he's like kind of dozing off and staring into the gym in a little bit, but then he's like blinkingly staring.
No, it's up to you. Do I still have movement after that, or did that take?
Yes. You still have your movement, but okay. You use your action to do the gym and your bonus action to kind of like get their attention.
Okay, no, that's fine. I just wanted to make sure before I went ahead and moved.
Yeah, you're cool.
Okay, so I select move, and I would like to go.
Yeah, if you want to go, if it won't let you go like up or down, just let me know. Past the gates, because it should let you move, it just won't let you go past barriers.
Right. I'm going to double check my movement real quick first.
Okay.
Yeah, right there. So.
You got it. Sorry, I was trying to do it too. All right. So from there, you can see this. Definitely see her pretty open. Yeah, she could probably see you too.
Oh, definitely.
So after Zaxel's turn, we got. Which one is this? This guy. So he saw you kind of run off. This guy right here. He saw you kind of run off from down here and up in that direction. So he's not really following after you. He's just kind of coming down this way. And kind of looking right out there. He's gonna start talking. Hey, what happened? Why that guy run? That shiny gem he had. And he's trying to talk to the one that's dozing off. And he's not doing anything to us. But that's all he's going to do for that. And then it goes to Zal. Zal, you're over here.
So I have a question that loosely translates to how much of a dick am I about to be?
Okay.
I can see the flump, correct?
Yeah, you can see it from where you are.
Oh.
Can I identify from its eye stalks and its vague glowing that it's the creature that Precious saw Vidania hiding under her cloak?
You could probably surmise that. You could probably put those two together.
Sitap. If I'm correct, we might have a way to lure one of the daughters out. If not, no loss.
Okay, so on your turn, you can actually command, as
Yes,
part of it, you
what
can
I'm
like
doing.
mentally command. Okay, yeah.
That's what I'm doing. I'm giving that command.
Okay, to side tap.
Yes, because Sitap is the one with the tether grab.
Okay, so you want side tap to go and grab.
No.
No, I want Sitap to use their tongue grapple to grab the.
Yeah.
Can
So-
she? She's gotta get out of there.
She can try. We will see if she avoids her save. Now,
Sitap
for my
gets
actual action.
right about here.
Well, no. Is it only that short? Oh well.
Yeah,
I thought he had
Sitap
more range.
He does have range, but
Not as much as I thought. Oh well.
He has range. It's just he can't see past this thing right here. There's like a wall right here, so he couldn't see it. He could see the light from it.
I
He
see.
just wouldn't have been able to get an angle if he came up this way, so he had to come up this way.
My mistake.
So it's actually still hidden a little bit behind the gate, but this guy could probably see side tap a little bit. But this is so close that it actually kind of he's got like 30-foot range with his tongue,
Sure thing. Just wanted to check.
which is basically doubles his movement, where it is his movement,
Sure thing.
which I kind of took inspiration from K-Fish's movement. All right, so I need to get his. Give me 2 seconds. He's nasty. Side tap.
Lena.
So side tap is going to fling out his tongue 30 feet, and Lena has to make a strength save.
Oh no.
Something tells me flumps aren't particularly strong.
Yeah, and she's not very strong. She definitely does not pass that. She has negative modifiers on top of it.
Out of game, I feel like such a dick. In game, it makes too much sense.
Oh!
Something
So you
tells me
see
I'm going to
Lena
say that
kind of-
again tonight.
So, from your perspective, Vidania, you see Lena floating above the fence one moment, and then all of a sudden, another moment, it's yanked away from the fence in another direction very quickly. Very quickly. You couldn't see what happened, but you saw it get yanked away. Alright, so that didn't use all of Sitap's movement, so Sitap is then to make its way the rest out.
Now for the rest of my turn, I'm going to direct the us to move about 30 feet over. 1 second while I get stuff.
You're gonna move that one 30 feet over?
Yes, my token, just to get a better view of more of the battlefield.
Okay.
And as for my action, the matron and the priestesses, do they seem to be fully engrossed in the mental battle, or are they still aware of their surroundings?
From like right now, they're just now starting to begin their incantations again. So, you would be able to tell that they're trying to bless these two. Now that the orb is close enough for them to do so.
Sure. With that in mind, I don't want to get the orb shot down again by casting a spell. So, I'm just going to hold my action, so that when they seem engrossed, I'm going to have the 3 little spiders climb onto them.
You're gonna have, what is it?
Dinmock's babies. I'm gonna have them climb onto the people chanting.
Okay. In the antechamber?
Yep.
So, you kind of mentally connect to Dinmock, and it already anticipated your thoughts in a way, it kind of seems like. And it starts to move down towards the other priestesses. And as they're fully engrossed in it, the incantations, Dinmock slowly, out of distance, starts to weave this web around them and kind of creating this nest cocoon, if you will, Again, like a good 15 feet away from them, it's a huge cocoon. And you and the frog guy kind of step back, and he kind of nods at you, smiling a little bit, and pulls his cowl a little bit closer. Now, doing this will make it to where you won't be able to see through the arcane orb anymore, because you'll have to step back as Dimac makes this. So you won't be able to see unless, you won't be able to see through the orb as it's wrapping them up. But
I will be able to see. Well, yes.
Yeah, you can still like peek over and give the commands a little bit.
Well, I was gonna say I will still be able to see through SciTap.
Yes.
So yeah,
and you can still see like as Dimac, because it's going to take a few turns or whatever for it to
I'm
get.
Gonna say, I'm going to send Dimac a message. Make sure to leave me a window so I can see.
Oh yeah, I'll make sure no one gets away. And you can see she's kind of licking the night as she's going about spitting out butt webs. But this is probably the most loyal that you've ever seen Dimac.
Yeah, well, it's probably more because our interests align.
So, what did you want your other two to do, Charles and Nacton?
I'm gonna say, basically, I'm gonna ask them to hold their actions. So, if anyone chases SciTap, they're there to protect them.
Okay, because Nacton definitely wants to move closer to SciTap now that it's further away. Charles kind of stays where it is. Nacton definitely moves closer to SciTap because they're kind of paired. So they're chilling there. They've been holding their actions. Charles looks like it's ready to charge, and Nacton definitely looks like it's ready to defend SciTap if anything happens. So from there, we go to Baraka's turn.
Okay.
You are floating off in the distance via arcane orb.
I want to connect to his axle.
Okay. That you can connect to his axle. It'll take your bonus action because you'll have to disconnect, and then or your action because you'll have to disconnect and then reconnect to his axle. So, but they're chilling right behind your orb.
But I want to tell him that I see a drow over here and 2 more orcs, and ask him if he knows how to run a scry orb.
Can you ping here see where you were talking about?
What is it?
I was asking if she could ping where over here is. Okay, yeah. I saw those earlier.
Okay. She wants to know, or can you run a scry orb?
I don't know, GM, can I?
I'm running a scry orb now. Now, can I see what's going on over here?
Can you see that?
Can I tell what's going on?
Yeah, if your character can see that, then there's no reason why you couldn't.
Okay, dope. I'm gonna ask Rizaxel if he wants to take over the scry orb.
So, Rizaxel, you would know that you could probably operate the scry orb, but that would require you to go back into the compound.
Right.
And then all the way in there into the antechamber room.
Right.
And then operate it. So it seems like a pretty impractical thing, but you could do it.
Right.
You just probably
How is
wouldn't
it
be
impractical?
Yeah, probably very
It puts him out of physical harm, and he can cast through it.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's definitely beneficial for casters.
Right.
But he also has to go all the way there, so he'd be out of combat and out of basically the round again. He just now got to the point where he could do stuff.
Right. And I'm kind of pinched off right now. I'm kind of in a rock and a hard place right now.
Yeah.
Alright.
Downfall of the dynamic lighting and movement, I couldn't see where I was going to put myself at the end of the movement.
Yeah, I definitely need to change around some of the stuff over where I put you. Because that was a bad spot to put you. To where the barriers are. You can't really see them.
Right. I mean, it's alright. I'm not upset about it. I was just like, oh, well, that sucks.
Yeah, I apologize. I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
So I can tell that, like, I can tell that the flump has been captured.
Yes, you can see, like, I'm pretty sure your character can see right about to there. So you can see all this stuff, but you can't see the arcane orb. Because that's, I think, is a little too far.
Is that what this is here? Let's see if I can ping it. Oh, no, wrong tool.
Yeah, the edge of the arcane orb is just on the edge of your sight. So I would say that you wouldn't be able to make that out. But you can definitely see this drow and the flump and everything that's happening right there. You can actually see.
Shit.
Who is this right here?
What is it?
This one here.
That is one of the. If it has a red dot, it's from the opposing forces.
Yeah.
But it's the mage token.
Oh, okay.
So you would know that as a caster.
Gotcha.
They definitely look like a caster to you.
Gotcha. And this is just a regular kind of scout, or that's another mage?
That's a female drow fighter. So it's like she's a ground melee fighter. But they all have crossbows, so watch out.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Which you guys can also pick those up too, because you guys are drow. I would just assume, I assume on start that nobody trains any unless they tell me that they did. But that's something that pretty much all drow have. So you guys can definitely pick that up and use the drow poisons as part of it. So.
Right.
Okay, so what were you doing, Baraka? So you could see the flump over here, and you can see the drow female.
I don't know if I can leave or not. I don't know if I'm allowed to leave the complex.
The matron is deep in an incantation, so you feel like you could probably do it, but if you disconnect from here, you won't be through the arcane eye anymore, you'll be in the house. So, yeah, you can if you want.
Alright. I want to...
Think about your repercussions, though, if you do leave.
I want to move over these guys.
Okay, so you're floating above some of them now. You can see this thing's probably about 30 feet in the air, I'd say. Well, no, it's about 10 feet in the air, so that you guys can zoom down. So you're about that same level of height as the gate itself. So from here you can see, the scout has been mauled and murdered, and all of the orcs below you. They're kind of massing. There's one that's directly below you. This guy right here. That one is kind of lulled off, and he's staring off in the distance. You can't really tell what he's about yet, but he's definitely, it looks like he's behaving strangely, or at least he's making the others look at him strange.
Okay.
All right. So, were you doing anything else?
That's all my movement I can do.
Okay. Were you going to cast anything? Or?
I can't, because I had to use actions to connect.
Yep.
Oh yeah, you're right. My apologies. Okay. So from there, it goes to this lady down here. She's gonna try to pop this guy. So this lady moved up here. She's gonna try to crack this guy with a hand crossbow. And she rolls a 23, which that hits. And he has to make a DC Constitution saving throw. And he fails by more than 5. So he is poisoned for 1 hour, and he is unconscious until he takes more damage. So, or takes damage. I need something else that shows poison, because you can't really see the illness too. I'm just gonna do that. All right, so he's poisoned. Let's take off. So he's poisoned and unconscious. So he just takes you see him take a dart to his stomach, and he just, oh shit, he just drops to the ground. And that was pretty clever of her to take out that caster.
Right.
And that's all she can do. So now we're on to this lady over here. Reciting stuff apparently. She can move right here. I don't think she can see. She can't see anybody from there, unfortunately. No. Let's check. Wait, how much range does it have? She kind of repeat what just happened, except in reverse. So she's going to try to hand crossbow this guy. And she hit. He has mage armor on, so his AC is 15. Or his AC is higher, I guess. And he takes 6 piercing, a little bit higher, and he makes a DC Constitution saving throw. And he fails it by more than 5. So he is also unconscious and poisoned right there. You just see him take a dart from see a dart come from this direction, and it pegs this guy over here, and then he drops to the ground slowly, face first into the concrete. And you can hear his sister, "Really?" And that ends at her turn. Goes to the orc. So it's this guy down here. And he's wondering why this one is acting so strange. Hey, what's wrong with you? And he's going to smack him for 1 point of damage. Okay. And then it goes to Scout, who's making her. Oh no, she's dead. I'm going to delete her. She's dead over here. Alright, and it goes back to the Drow Mage, who is unconscious, so that goes back to Vidania. So Vidania, you're standing in front of the doorway. You're blocking it off, and you see a dart come from your left and hit your nephew right in the side, right in the kidney, and he just drops right to the ground and face first into the concrete. And you also saw over here, right before this female came up here, your flump get carried off into the distance in this direction. Well, you can go inside, or you can go to the edges of the gate and wait for them to come in, because that's what we're trying to do, is come inside.
How tall is
Or you can go and try to save your pet.
Yeah, how tall are the walls?
They're about 10 feet tall. A little under 10 feet.
Monks have an ability called Step of the Wind that let them double their high jump.
They do.
So she could jump over the fence if she wants to. I'm not saying it's a good idea.
That's not a good tactic. It would be stupid.
I agree it's stupid. I'm just letting you know it is a thing you can do.
That's true, though.
That is not something I'm doing right now, because that is really dumb. just look at him and be like, idiot. I have to do something, right?
You don't have to do something. You can stand there in amazement if you want. Like, you can do whatever you like. You can even still go into the compound. You can do that. You can do whatever you want to do. You can abandon your pet. You can go save your pet. You can go beat your nephew for falling in combat. Like, whatever you want to do.
You can question Vizaxel for his friendly fire if you see him.
I can't see Vizaxel.
Yeah, Vizaxel.
I can.
I think I want to run over here by these guys. I'm kind of upset about my flunk. I really am. I'm trying to look and see what we have ahead of us. So they killed that girl. I can see Vizaxel now. I'm just gonna wait, ready to counterattack. My rapier's drawn and I'm ready. I'm trying to be aloof. What's the word? Aloof or aware?
Alert?
Alert, yeah.
Okay, so you're chilling there, in between the Dwagar and the Dwarf Nebula, which they actually just got their orders from the matron to finally do whatever they're supposed to do. So they went ahead and rolled for their initiative. And it goes from you to the orcs. So, this is the lulled orc. So he's kind of lulled, and he doesn't know what to think at first. He's going to make a save real quick.
Nice.
Okay, so he fails that utterly, and he attacks the friend that slapped him earlier. He's going to smack him with his great axe. And he misses. Yeah, he misses his friend, kind of leans into the strike a little bit too heavy, and it kind of chink into the concrete. And his companion just staring down at him like, you really just swiping me? And that brings it to this guy's turn. And he was a little curious as to what you were doing, but now he kind of wants to see why this guy just swung at the other one. So he's talking, hey, in Orcish. Hey, what's wrong with you? You attack friend. You attack comrade. You dumb. You die. And then he's gonna try to attack him, the crazy one. So he is going to use his javelin.
Ooh.
Stab at him. Ooh. Oh dear. Is that a crit? That's a crit.
Yep.
That's a crit.
Yes.
That was a crit and a nat 1. Look at that.
Yeah, that's what I say, yeah.
What are the odds?
Okay, so
For the record, I always hate getting a critical and then rolling minimum damage.
It is the worst feeling.
yeah, that sucks. But these are, I'm not worried about these guys. So yeah, he's reaches in and just lunges into his stomach with this thing. And it doesn't go as far as he was hoping. Kind of just penetrates a little bit, but it kind of vomits up a little bit of blood. But it's still rolling its eyes kind of forward. It's just like bouncing back and forth as blood is dribbling from its mouth with this javelin in the stomach. And the orc that stabbed him is kind of like, oh, what? And that goes to Rizaxel's turn.
Okay. Let's hope this works, because I'm in a bit of a pickle. Okay. I can break up movement. So... no, let's not do that. When I got here, the drow fighter, was she heading my way? Was she headed towards the house?
She looks like she was headed towards the gate, but she definitely is looking in your direction now that you've moved out front.
Okay. No real clear space for me to hide. That kind of sucks.
You're connected to me. I don't know if that helps.
Yeah, you could technically give him like a survey from your vantage.
Okay, can you ping that again? Joy, because that's exactly where I was going to go. Thank you for that.
He's hurt. I don't know if that helps.
Okay.
Yeah, he hasn't moved since.
Would like to move there.
Okay. Yeah, I'd say you could get there. So you see this orc as you come around that end, and he's just sitting down on the ground, and you're just outside of his peripheral, so he doesn't really see you approach. And he's just sitting there on the ground, staring at his feet a little bit and kind of clutching his stomach and breathing heavily. But yeah, it doesn't look like he's getting up anytime soon, or at least it doesn't look like he has any motivation to do so.
Okay. In that case, I'll leave him be.
Okay. Is there anything else you want to do for this turn?
You know what? To heck with it. I'm gonna throw chicanery.
You're gonna throw chicanery at it?
Yeah.
Okay.
In its dagger form.
In its what?
In its dagger form.
Okay. Yeah, roll with advantage.
Yep.
So, yeah.
Assuming he did not have advantage, that is a 12.
Yeah, it's advantage. So, you threw it wide, right? And it looked like it wasn't going to go anywhere near it, right? It can't look like it was going to land in this direction, right? But for some reason, when it got to about here, it hooked and came in at an angle that hit him right in the neck.
Nice.
So it nailed him, and then go ahead and click on... Oh wait, it already rolled for damage. Cool. Okay, so one thing you'll notice...
Auto factor either.
Yeah. One thing you'll notice is that it did radiant damage. So it came in with the piercing right in his neck, whack, and then this bright light kind of flashed through the black crystal and hit him with another 4 of radiant.
Nice.
So that was more than enough to kill him. So the blast actually severed his head entirely, and it kind of just rolls down. And chicanery is just kind of like glowing there in the ground, right in his neck. But he is very dead. All right, so this guy, he noticed that this one took a swipe, and he noticed that this one took a swipe at this guy, and then this guy stabbed him in the stomach with his javelin. So he is definitely interested in what the heck is going on, but he's also starting to realize. Actually, I'm going to do an intelligence save just to see if he keeps this little stupidity charade up, or actually does something like he was supposed to. And no. Okay, so he's just going to keep this charade up. So he's going to move down here, and he's going to swing at this guy because he's acting a fool. He's swinging with his great axe, and he hit 4. This guy's already looking rough. Yeah. Okay, so he's had it with the lulled guy. So the guy who's kind of dozing off and took that swing and miss, he still has the javelin in his stomach as another guy, as this orc right here, comes up from behind him and just cleaves off his head in one fell swoop. So, and he just falls to the ground, very dead. that, kind of turns around a little bit to look at the field, and the rest of them are kind of dumbfounded that it just came up and cleaved off the head of one of them. So, and then it goes to Zhao. Zhao, you moved a little bit away from the matrons, and because they started to wrap up, and Dimak started to wrap up that cocoon around them, and it's gotten about 3 feet high around them. So it's really hard to peek over the edge of the cocoon thing that's going. And Dimak is kind of like on the outside of it, just putting blobs like a 3D printer, making this egg cocoon around him.
Sure.
So you can still kind of see what's going on, but you are connected to Sidetap as well, who still has that phone.
Yeah. I'm going to tell Dimak, when you do get around, telepathically of course, when you do get around to eating them, leave the priestess of the 8th house. I still have use for her.
Oh yeah, she already knows all about this. He's fine.
Oh, right, the frickin' frog was sent by the 8th house. She's in on it. Cool.
Right.
Just making sure. Also, the fact that I know this doesn't mean that Dimak knows this, so still glad I said it.
Yeah.
Now, that's it.
So Dimak keeps this little circuit going.
I'm going to say, Sidetap, hand off the flump. You know what, Sidetap, it appears the flump is not being retrieved. We have no use for it. Grab the woman off the wall. Nakden, finish her off. And I have a question. What is their border wall made of? Is it all metal? Is it metal and stone? Or is it some of it wood?
It's a little bit of both. The gates themselves are made out of adamantine. It's like this kind of thick, very, very strong, greenish hued.
And these fucking orcs think they're gonna dent that?
Right. Well, that one actually did dent it. He actually hit it for the exact AC. So, yeah, he was actually able to dent it on the side over there. But yeah, it's adamantine. But the borders of the pillars that hold the gate up are stone. So that's something you could also take into account. So you could theoretically crumble the pillars, and the gate would fall forward or backwards.
Oh, of course. I was just checking to see if there was anything for Peric Charles to ignite. But if there is no wooden elements, that's not going to happen.
Right. Yeah.
And I don't think
would be able to see this fighter right here.
Oh yeah, and that's what I said. Sidetap, the flump's not being come for, release it. Grab the woman off the wall.
Okay. So you want Nakden
to finish her off once she's pulled down.
Okay. So what do you want Sidetap to do with the flump that he has?
If it's not being retrieved, I have no use for it. And
so just let it go.
I didn't see Vidania. I believe I could see Vidania a little through the walls, and she doesn't seem to be coming for the flump. So
yeah, you could release it.
Yeah, I said release it because it's not worth the actions. And I'm not petty enough to kill it. I have no use for it. It can go. That said, I wish I had sending, but I don't. Don't have actions for that. I'm just gonna... You know, I'm just gonna move to where is Zavala conscious?
It doesn't look like it. She's still in chains, but she's like kind of seated in the matron's chair, and the frog is holding her chains, and she's kind of like leaning forward. Her hair's kind of in her face. Doesn't look like she's conscious.
I'm gonna quickly check to see if she has anything worthwhile on her, because I don't have much to do in combat. Like, did they already strip her of items, or is there anything on her?
So you're gonna go over to her, try to...
Yep, gonna go over to her and check to see if she has anything of worth on her, which I think means I'm officially not seeing the battlefield except from
yeah. Okay, so as you start to check her, one of the first things that you would notice as you're reaching around, because I'll have you do an investigation check if you continue, but she has her snake-headed whip on her side, and it is writhing. And it has 2 heads.
Yeah. I think I could use that.
You're gonna take the snake-headed whip?
I'm gonna try. I assume it's gonna try and bite me, isn't it?
Yeah, it's gonna attack you. So I have to bring up... This is a thing of my own creation, so I quite like it. But it is nasty. Minus the bludgeoning damage. So both of them are gonna try to strike you. Both of the heads are attempting. The first one's coming at you with a 22. The second one will probably miss.
Yeah, the first one hits.
The first one hits, and ignore the bludgeoning. So it does no bludgeoning. You take 4 piercing, and then you have to make a
con save.
Yeah, con save. And if you succeed the con save, you're not poisoned at all, you don't take the point. Okay, so you pass you pass that. So you just take 4 piercing. That's it. So the second head snaps onto you and bites you a little bit, and you can definitely feel it. But you're able to grab a hold of the whip, and you have it in your hand. But it doesn't look like they are very friendly. They look like they're still snapping at you. So they're kind of holding it off in the distance.
I'm going to kind of just chuck it away from me, assuming it can't move under its own power. I figure, give it a half hour, see if it unattunes later, and if that solves the problem.
Okay. So you toss it. And it clatters against the back wall behind the matrons.
And then I'd like to make that investigation if I still can.
Yeah. So, yeah, go ahead.
Oh, thank God, that was too close.
Yeah. You actually find a healing potion and 2 vials of unknown liquid. And it's in the same kind of weird skin flask that the potions are in. And you would recognize the flasks as, probably something that she got from the Spore Garden or the Spore Grove, because they don't use glass for their potions. They just use like skin that they make, or these kind of like leather pouches that they make out of the skin from the trades. So she's got a few of those on her, but they're like flasks. And one of them you can tell immediately is a potion of some sort.
I'll look into that later.
So with that, I think that's...
I might not be about to kill her, but I might as well mug her.
Yeah. Alright, so from there, that'll be it for Tizo's little section there, and we'll go ahead and play out what his characters do.
Yes.
So we got Macton over here. They let the Flump go, and as they do, the Flump is going to attempt to attack Slytap.
No!
I'm going to...
You told her to.
Quick thing. When I'm using this, I can speak through them, right?
Yes. It's actually... Yeah. You just found that out, like, this time, because before it's only been your conveying motions, but for some reason now you're actually able to, like, converse words even to Nacton, Slytap, and Charles.
No, I can speak through them to people around them when I'm melded with them.
Like you can speak out of their mouths?
Am I able to do that or no?
You don't know how to do it yet. But,
yeah, it's just gonna stare at her in abject annoyance.
Okay.
Like, I let you go. I mean, I would like to point something out, and I feel bad for pointing it out. I did tell Pyrrhic Charles to attack anyone who went after Slytap.
Did you tell... You told Charles to do what?
I told Charles that if anyone attacked Slytap, he should strike them. No,
you told Charles that?
Macton is going to deal with whoever Slytap grabs. Charles was told to hit anyone who tries to attack the pair.
Okay, so... Alright, in that case, as she is attempting to do that, then Charles will get an attack of opportunity, only because that was the trigger for that. So, Charles is going to swing.
I do feel bad about this, but that is what I said.
Hey, that's fine. That's how we do it. Okay, so
You know, Sage.
that unfortunately is a little too low to hit Lena. So Charles misses when Lena lets out this spray from her bottom. And this 15-foot stink kind of comes out of her bottom over Sci-Tap and Nacti. And they have to succeed a Dexterity 10 saving throw. They'll be coated in a foul-smelling liquid. And it stays on them for 4 hours. And as long as it lasts, creatures are poisoned while within 5 feet of the coated creature.
Oh.
That honestly sounds like a buff as long as they don't stand too close to each other.
Yeah, it doesn't sound that bad, honestly, but okay, so they're going to make little saves here.
Because it doesn't also poison them?
It doesn't say that it poisons him.
That's
yes,
so
it's a
weird.
coated creature. Yeah, it says a coated creature is poisoned.
That makes more sense.
Okay,
Go, Lena.
that's my girl.
For a little flump.
Okay, so, yep, both of them fail their dex saves.
God damn it, that'll make their attempt to deal with this fight very much more annoying.
Nacton just barely failed it, because Nacton actually is a lot faster. But it's still barely, unfortunately. So they're both coated in this, and they're poisoned. So
That'll
it's
probably
their
make their
turn.
attempt to grab this person much harder.
What is it?
Nothing. Don't worry.
Okay, so Lena's able to poison them, but Sci-Tap. You still want to Sci-Tap because they could respond to that, I would imagine, and attack
They
it
could.
instead of, because right now their goal is this drow female right here.
That is
So-
their current goal. But they have been attacked.
Yeah, so if you want to change their direction to the swamp,
I think that these two would still follow orders, partially knowing this thing apparently can't deal damage, and if it tries to leave now, it's subject to 3 attacks of opportunity.
yeah.
So they're gonna focus
Yeah.
on the drow.
Okay, so Sci-Tap's gonna lunge out, and the drow is gonna have to make a strength save, or get yanked into Sci-Tap's grasping.
So Lena poisoned them, but they didn't take any damage.
No,
they
but
take
have the
damage
poison
the next
condition.
Yeah.
Well, it does do damage.
Oh.
What?
Because the poison,
How does poison work?
the poisoned condition at base basically gives
Yeah.
disadvantage to everything.
Yeah, that's all it is. Yeah, I have it right here. You're right. So they just have disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks, which is
Okay.
unfortunate right now for them. But
Yeah, it's basically, as near as I can tell, the poison isn't meant to hurt them. It's basically meant to make things less likely to hit you as you run away.
Okay.
right, but the way I have designed Sci-Tap is almost exactly like the Cave Fisher, which doesn't
It
actually have to roll to
make
hit.
because it's saving throws. Yep. Not
Yeah,
them on
it's
the
just saving.
not having the best time.
So, Sci-Tap actually isn't affected too much by this because its tongue still hits her. She has to make a saving throw against it. And she succeeds, I believe. Yeah. She succeeds. She's able to smack it away and reels its tongue back in. So Nacton would be waiting for it and it would see that. So Nacton kind of still is reserving its action because Sci-Tap was unable to reel that drow in. Do you want to change its target or do you want it to
I mean,
perhaps charge?
I do not want it to charge because I don't want it to get caught out.
Right.
I mean, if its other target isn't there, it'll probably hit Lena.
Okay.
I mean,
It makes sense, unfortunately.
It has disadvantage, but
Yeah.
Run, Lena.
Oh no.
Okay. And it still hits. I think. Yep, it still just barely makes the AC, but it hits. And roll for damage. And Sidetrack actually has, or not Sidetrack. Nacton actually has some pretty nasty stuff. So
Lena should have left.
yeah, it actually hit before. It actually hit before I even added its pluses to it. I forgot it has pluses to it. So that is 1d4 plus 1, and then they make a DC. They have to make con save. I'm gonna roll for con save because it already hit. She failed, so she'll take poison too.
No!
So now she'll take
She should have fled when she had the chance.
slashing damage 1d4 plus 1. 1d4 plus 1. So it takes max damage plus 1, 5, and then it'll take 1d6 poison damage. Unfortunato for Lena.
Oh.
And it max damage again. So it takes 11 damage and Lena is dead.
Well, that's saving throws. That's saving throws.
Yes. It's still making saving throws, but it is in dying state.
You will pay for this.
She should
You
have.
will pay for this. Oh.
Hey, she could have left. She
Ah.
could have just left. I let her go.
Hell hath no worry like fury like a drow woman scorned. You will pay for this.
Look, she had the chance to leave. She chose to attack them.
She knows it was Tizo too because it's his monsters.
It's just too good. Okay, so
she's like
after-
so cute and sweet.
She chose to
Lena-
attack them.
Lena
I would
slowly flutters down to the ground, and some of his tentacles have been slashed off by Nacton's agile slices. And you can see the poison because Lena is translucent a little bit. You can see the poison punctures where the poison is spreading through its body as it sinks to the ground in a wet heap. And that goes to Varachna's turn.
What a waste.
Alright, so
Out of game, I feel so bad. I tried to let it go.
You did.
I want to
I want to rage!
Yes, I
Oh
do.
dear.
I do. But I
Take a look
That
at the
was good.
barbarian.
That was great.
I want to move 5 feet back and shit. Hold
I
on.
was moving you. I thought you were.
I want to. All right. I want to.
Yeah.
I want to be like right here, and I want to use burning hands on these 3 guys.
Okay. So in a cone.
But I want to hold on. Actually, can I? Yeah, I'll just do burning hands. I think that's the one. Look at that lovely little cone.
Okay. So yeah, that's what's in your area of attack right there.
Nice.
So you're able to get all of them. What are you using burning hands again?
Mhm.
So it just uses it in a 15-foot cone, and they have to make a save or they take full damage?
Yep.
Okay, what is that, a dex save?
Yeah.
Hold on.
Okay, so roll for damage for me while I do their dex saves.
Alright, hold on. Where do I click on my character sheet for that?
For, what is it?
Damage?
Just go over to this little, it's right above the, you know where that little bar on the side, the toolbar? Click on the one that's second to last at the bottom. That's your die. And whatever that has you
Okay.
roll, just roll your 3d8, and then whatever level you cast. Alright, so they're making dex saves of 4.
Alright. Hold on, I have to look.
Okay. What's the your spell saves? Is the what they roll against?
14, I think it was.
Yeah, so I think 2 of them failed and 2 of them
Yeah. And
There's only
Damn
3.
Oh yeah, there's
3,
one's
yeah.
dead. Okay, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
2 failed and only 1.
yeah, this one right here is dead. Very nice. So 17 damage. Damn, 17 damage and 8 damage for one of them. Wow. Okay. That killed them all. Yeah, they're all toast.
Nice.
yeah.
What I miss?
And then after that, I wanna.
Barakna was able to finish off all of the orcs in the over here. There were 3 of them that were huddled together, kind of pussyfooting around, and she got behind here and cast Burning Hands from the globe, and rolled 17 damage, while only one of them made the save, and the one that made the save was already damaged himself, so it killed them all.
And then I want to move this way. Right.
Didn't you already move a little bit? How much movement do you have?
Yeah, I moved 5 feet,
Okay, yeah, that's right.
and I used the other 25 to get back behind the gate. So I'm behind Vidania now.
Gotcha. Makes sense. Okay, so from
Shit!
there...
Now I can see Lena.
Yeah.
I'd like to rage!
Okay, which one is this? Our side or their side? Their side. Okay, so it's this lady's turn right here. And she is going to kind of repeat what she did before. But now she notices these guys down here. And she's going to attack them. She misses. Yeah, that's ugly. So she misses side tap pretty significantly, and
Double
she's
that
going to
ones.
move over in this direction.
Point, aim, then fire.
Okay, so that's it for her turn. Next is this lady on the opposite scene, and now she can see this lady over here. This one, it's this lady's turn right here. She can see the other. I don't know if she can hit her with. So she's going to try to hit the other female with her hand crossbow. Oh dear. And she crits. Nice.
Turn!
And she does quite a bit. 9 damage. Alright, so she pegs her, and now she has to make a con save. Or be poisoned.
I think that's another instant unconsciousness.
Right?
Oh dear, oh dear.
Thump.
Please now. The hell is
So,
wrong
yep,
with you?
she takes a dart in her side, and you can hear her go, ah! And then just drops down right where she was. Okay, so that'll take her out. Unless somebody shakes her or does damage to her, she can't. So, next is the... that I believe is dead. Yep, so he's dead. And we'll remove him. Alright, so this Drow Mage is out. Dwagar is taking his first turn. So this guy down here, he's just got his orders from the matron, and she basically told him to deal with what was out front here. But that was dealt with. So he's going to go over here.
Wake her up!
That's what he's going to do. So he's going to
stomping on him.
he's one arm strike this guy for 1 damage, and it will wake him up. Okay,
I can't believe I toasted 3 orcs.
Yeah, that was pretty impressive. So now he is not asleep anymore. He is awake. What happened? He's looking around the field. What the heck? Who darted me? Kind of looking around. He looks at the Dwegar, and it looks like he's unpleased with the Dwegar. So, go on to the deep. Deep Gnome's right here. And he is going to kind of take a similar approach to his axle and hop up on this little ledge here. That's all he's going to do. Actually, he's going to dash. Oh wait, no. He gets right here, and then he realizes he's in a glow of darkness. The little gnome says from the top of up here. And then it goes to Vidania. So Vidania, you're down here, and you could hear through your mental connections with Lena that she was scared, so she jumped off in the distance, and she didn't want to hurt anybody, so she just sprayed them with her spray, and then they retaliated and struck her down. So now she's dying over here.
Okay. What I want to do is I want to dash. I'm able to get through the fence right here, right?
You might have to jump over it.
You can actually walk through it, but you would open the fence. So you would take a bonus action to open the fence.
Oh, I don't want to open it though.
Okay.
You could try and jump over it.
Do you want to jump over it, or because you can get...
well, I think base jump...
How did Rizaxel get out?
What is it?
How did Rizaxel get out?
Well, Rizaxel, yeah, he just walked quite literally.
He walked through?
Nope. Up
He
and
walked
over.
up.
Oh, well, shit. Okay. So I'm gonna have to jump. How do I jump?
Well, so it can do a high jump equal to 3 plus your strength modifier. So
right. So you can get to you. You can get to here, which is you got about 15 feet of movement left before you can jump. So
I can't see. My laptop did something crazy.
I don't think she has a strength modifier, so even with Step of the Wind, she could only jump 6 feet up, but that could theoretically be enough for her to mantle up.
Yeah, so yeah, she would be able to get up here. You would get right here, and that's when your movement would end. So you would just clamber over the edge, and then your movement would end right there. But you can see Lena down there.
Well, that's not the direction I wanted to go in.
Which direction did you want to go?
I wanted to go toward Rizaxel. From where I was, toward Rizaxel.
Where am I?
Okay, so you wanted to go...
Yeah, he would have been pretty much a straight shot. If I could have gotten through, jumping or whatever.
Okay. Alright, so you can actually get right there from where you were. Almost right next to Rizaxel. Okay, yeah, you're pretty much right next. You're within 10 feet of Rizaxel.
Hello.
So, Rizaxel, are you trying... I wouldn't say you would be doing this very stealthily. So, Rizaxel, you would hear her running up behind you because she used her dash, so she's not being very stealthy about it. She's just clumping loudly on the stones to try to make up for the speed.
Gotcha.
So, I'd say that was your action and your movement. You still have a bonus action, so you can do something quick, like you can say something to Rizaxel, or yell something.
Oh, what's going on? Where did my map go? Oh, Okay.
You are right here.
Hold on, I need to look around. My map tried to mess me up. Okay. My computer's acting up. I can do a bonus action.
Yeah, so something that's like within 2 seconds.
Can I do a perception or an
Sure.
insight check?
Yeah, I'd say you could use your. But what are you trying to?
I want to
what kind of
see
information?
if I can. I want to see if I can see Zoe or any of his little minion monsters.
No, yeah, you can't see.
I'm not there, but you
No.
can see them.
You haven't seen Tizo at all.
Okay. Can I just
Yeah.
look around to see who's nearer, enemy-wise?
Yeah. So
Like what's around us?
within your sight, you can see Rizaxel and a dead orc about 10 feet away from Rizaxel in the way that he's facing, and it has like this. There's this like sword or kind of dagger sticking in the ground where the orc is laying there with his head kind of rolling away from him.
Right. Who is this over here?
That is Rizaxel.
No.
Wait, who is what?
How do I make it ping?
They can hold.
That.
Talking about these ladies or this lady?
Yes. Yes.
That is a drow that is coming towards the house that hasn't had her turn yet, and she has a few orcs on her tail.
Ugh. Enemy drow though?
Yeah, she's enemy, and the 3 orcs are enemies too.
I'm gonna let Rizaxel know what I see. I mean, he could probably see them too, but I'm gonna point them out.
Okay. So yeah, Rizaxel, you hear from behind you. Rizaxel, over there, and you kind of glance back, and she's pointing off in the distance at the drow there, or the drow little party over here. And that makes up Vidania's turn. And it goes to Dead Orc, remove him. Dead Orc, remove him. And the female drow over here, which will put all of these into the initiative. Ironically. As soon as it starts to look. There. 1 second. So I've got all these bad boys out here. And she is going to, because she can see you now, Vidania, too. But if she tries to attack you, she'll have disadvantage. I think that's exactly what she's going to do.
Can I rage?
She is going to attempt to hit Vidania with a crossbow. Ooh. Okay. What's her AC?
My AC is 15.
15. Very nice. Okay, so it just whizzes by your head. You go, and kind of the coral tinks onto the this stone cat, or the stone wall behind you, and she looks like she's awfully upset that it missed, but she continues down here. I don't know why I did that. She had the disadvantage, so she was nowhere near you.
Right.
And she's going to move.
She got too excited.
Here. Yeah, she did. Okay, and that's the end of her. And then it goes to Rizaxel, who you have Vidania coming up behind you, and your dagger is still on this orc right here. And then you could probably make out that you definitely looked in the direction that Vidania pointed. You glanced over there, and you probably heard the quarrel coming in this direction. And chink off of the stone. And you I would say with your passive perception, you would be able to surmise that it probably came from that direction and was probably. But other than that, what would you like to do for your turn?
Alright, so the attack came from like over here, right?
No.
It came from down below. It came from here. It came from right here.
Yeah.
So it was literally right here, and then it shot up and bounced off of this thing right over here.
Okay, so it came from this direction here.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't see which way she went, but she was right here before she fired. Or
Gotcha.
As she fired.
Okay. I would like to first come over here, grab my dagger for.
As you reached for it did the same thing, kind of, and whipped up from the stone to meet your hand, about a foot away from where it was.
Nice. Let's see how far I can get from here. 10, so I can go another 25 for there. And I seem pretty covered. Am I able to make a hide check? Or is that going to count?
No, I'd say that from where you are, you could tell that you're pretty covered. From there, though, I don't know if you can make out anything in this direction.
No,
Okay. So yeah, you're pretty covered from everything from over here. Like nothing over there can see.
Right.
They are at a little bit of a height, about 5 feet.
Okay.
So you can see on the stalactite about here. That's where it starts to come up over the edge of this gate.
Okay.
But from where they are, right here, you can't. They can't see you, and you can't see them.
Oh wait,
But,
I can see right here.
Yeah, you can see her, and you have cover from her. She can't see you. I'm gonna just do a perception. Give me a stealth roll there to see if this drow down here recognizes you get over here or not. See if she sees you in that split moment. But you can do it at advantage, obviously.
Okay. No.
Okay. Yeah. So she doesn't notice you. She glances back, and you notice her kind of whip her head around as she thinks she saw or heard something. But she turns back to her task, doesn't like fully turn her body around. So looks like she's committed to whatever she's doing and not concerned with whatever you're doing, or that she noticed you. So I don't think she noticed you at all.
Okay.
All right. So from there, we go to Dead Orc. So I'll move him, and it's back to Tizal. So Tizal, right about now, Dimak is about 6 feet and just now closing up the top of the egg. The cocoon that's been wrapping around the priestesses. And as he starts to skitter down inside of it, he's like, now watch this trick. And he starts to tighten it all around. And you can hear screams from inside and then one person laughing. And then the two people screaming causes the scry orb to end its communication. And it fails in that sense. And Mothella smoothly, as if she's walking, like as if she's ethereal or not fully substantial, just walks through the web, and still laughing. And then the cocoon is getting tighter and tighter around the females. You can see their twisted, contorted forms as it gets like skin tight, and they're trying to breathe in.
Well, very well done, Dinmark. You've certainly been learning. And I'm going to quickly message my other creations in the field. Could I please be seeing through Cytep's eyes as well? Just saying, alright, you three, pull back. This battle is no longer relevant.
So there's no need to pull back, is what you said?
No, I said pull back. This battle is no longer relevant.
I'm going to turn on to where you can see Cytep. So you can
I'm basically telling these three that they should leave the battlefield and I'm going to say pull back to the fungal grove. I shall meet you there. Though, do make sure to leave the battlefield. I don't want anyone foolishly attempting to attack you.
Okay, so they're still down here for now, but they got your command. They'll have to make their way away from everything that's happening. So as they're constricting, they still you can see they're actively suffocating. And Mothella is kind of turning around and kind of nodding her approval at Dimak. She's like, perfect timing. I knew you would perform well, she says to Dimak. And then Dimak kind of moves up beside her and says, oh yes, any for the glory of Loth. And it's at this moment that you notice that Zavala is stirring, and she's starting to stand up and shake off the chains as if they weren't very tight to begin with. And her snake-headed whip is starting to slither up her leg and back onto her side, curling nicely against her hip again. She goes, she looks over to Mothella and says, that was well executed. I couldn't see, but I could hear plenty. The screams are exquisite. And Zavala kind of moves beside Mothella, and the frog kind of sends you a message mentally and says, our time to move is soon. When I say, you run with me, or these priestesses will strike us down.
Oh, actually, I have an escape route plan prepared for us. Don't worry. Ginmak, I have a question for you. Well, you said your main concern was with growing your brood. With me leaving, this house no longer has a mage. Their high priestess and matron have just died. I doubt that they have enough left to be considered a house. Would you like to come with me, moving on to the third house? Or would you like to stay here and consume the remnants of the 20th?
Dimmock kind of looks at you and... You're right about that. They are no house worth mentioning. But I don't think that your plans will go as you think they will. Mothella kind of looks back at that. She says, the third house? What makes you think that? Yeah, I can assure you your position within the city and in Sorcet is secure. But the third house, that's laughable. Matron Quaborg sure threw you for a loop.
I say, oh, quite possibly. I have backups, of course. That said, she did offer her second-born child to me to stab in exchange for her patent, and claimed that she offered a place with them.
You speak of Morvalsian. I met him the other day when he was going to give me some dust of disappearance.
Clones. Need to remember to look out for clones. Oh well. A mistake on my part, but I have backups. Is the offer on the 8th still in place, or should I move on to the 3rd? Third backup, I mean.
Mothella kind of says, don't worry.
And Tizo says this entirely calmly, basically. Well, I knew there was always a chance, but I didn't come unprepared.
She basically says, Mothella kind of looks at you, and she says, you were always going to be my boss. The Spider Council made sure that you would take no harm in this battle. Of course, they knew the outcome. It was fated for Dryliarth to fall this night. They are in such disfavor with the Spider Queen. But we did want to see how far your resolve went, so many of us matrons came together to concoct this wild plan.
They didn't have a single true ally, did they?
And as she's talking, the frog guy's kind of moving up behind her, and you can see it because she's facing you. And he slowly grabs her by the top of her head and leans her head back and slides this ice dagger across her neck. And she immediately goes up to grasp for it. Her eyes go wide. She starts choking and gasping for air. And she falls down to her knees and starts bleeding. And Zavala says, now is the time. And she starts to run off with the frog guy through the house. They run through the doors.
kind of had use for that one. And I'm going to just shove the bodies in my bag of holding to loot later, and I'm going to follow them just to see where they go, and I'm going to say, I have a tunnel out of here if you want it.
Okay. So, you guys make your way through the complex, and it's completely empty. Like, there's no one in it, but no one contesting you. She goes down, and Zavala says, "Should we check the treasure room? I bet they have at least an artifact or two."
Can't hurt.
And the frog guy says, "There's no time."
Oh, actually, you don't need to worry about the front gates. Follow me, I say as I take them to my creature area and the tunnel I dug.
Okay. So they kind of follow you, and they're expecting that eventually you're going to lead them to like the treasure room, and you lead them to their laboratory. And Zavala looks visibly upset that there's nothing of that she could really take. She's like, "Oh, this is a strange room indeed. The matron let you have this. It's abhorrent."
You've seen the results.
And the frog guy says,
"My work
they are
speaks
quite
for
impressive."
itself. Thank you. Glad someone appreciates it. Now then, if I may, what did the 8th do to get on your hit list? I ask as I open up the hidden trapdoor to lead them through the tunnels out.
He says, "Oh, it's just part of it's just part of the contract," is what the frog guy said. And the Zavala says, "I've been meaning to ask you about that." And he kind of looked to her questionably. He's like, "I wouldn't reveal, just like I never revealed your position in this fray."
Still, I hope her words weren't completely inaccurate.
What? Who's?
No offense.
Mathella?
Yes, Mathella's words about me having a place in the 8th. No offense, Zavala. The 11th house is wonderful, and their offer was generous. But for my warnings to them, but I did hope to have at least my second option available, if not my third. If not my first.
I was told to bring you as the matron's patron. She has many plans for you and would like you to be in our house. She would award you nobility all the same, and House Illdorfain is on the rise.
I'm sure it is. Very well. Not a perfect day, but an acceptable one.
So as you guys are finishing up this conversation, you're gathering up like everything that you would need from your laboratory to basically safely move. And the frog guy is kind of helping you a little bit by packing a little bit of your stuff on to some of your creations to carry things for you. And you guys easily make it out of there. But on your way out, you look up on the balcony towards the antechamber, and you can hear scuffling. And then you hear a and then nothing. Silent again. And then Zavala kind of looks back at the frog guy and says, "She might live. Kill her." And the frog guy says, he kind of shrugs his shoulders and leaps up in the direction of the balcony. And it's about a 15-foot leap. And as he's jumping, you see this kind of like hook come out of his sleeve and a pink clinks into the wall, and Spider-Man flings him up there like a hook shot. And he leaps onto the balcony and does a little like parkour flip, and then silent steps as he goes the rest of the way. And then you and Zavala are making your way out of the complex.
Quick metagame thing?
What's that?
Quick metagame thing. Since Vidania did not bother to go to Lena to give them a health potion, but did Lena make their death saves?
I haven't rolled them yet.
Fair.
Hasn't come around to her.
Don't you dare. Don't you dare. It will be hot.
No, my creatures are leaving. They're not hitting anything. I was expecting you to run out with a health potion for Lena, but since you didn't...
I don't have any potions.
I have 4.
I have an idea.
But since you didn't, it's up to her to make her saves.
Yep.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, because I was just kind of mulling it over, and it's like, well, I'm very glad that I decided to feed information when I did.
Yeah.
Because if I didn't, that's both Plan A and Plan B potentially gone.
Yeah, it was good to have them in your back pocket, though. But Matron Quavor, you'll learn that that's how she is. She likes to play games with people. And she'll do anything to make you believe something. Including, quote, killing her son, unquote.
Yeah. And again, that's why you notice I kept looking for other houses just in case.
Yeah, that's true.
Giselle never has all his eggs in one basket.
Yeah, that's very in his character to seek out multiple options. Right, so this is when things get interesting, because now a lot of them know what's going on, so they have orders that they're supposed to follow when this happens. So, almost on cue, all of the darkness glow. All of the darkness spells drop. Okay. That pretty much tells all the people down here what's going on. And from there, it is Arachna's turn again.
Alright, I want to leave the scry orb.
You want to leave the... You want to leave the orb?
Yes.
So, that will dispel the orb. And remember, you're at 30 hit points right now. So...
Yeah, but there's nobody else there. Like, Tizal's monsters started pulling away.
Mm-hmm.
So, my map just...
Yeah, it's going to take a second to load because it's loading inside of the place. So...
And the initiative tracker just went ass up.
Yeah. Okay, so this is what's happening on the inside. Okay, so Relaxo, you wouldn't be able to. Relaxo and Vidania, you wouldn't be able to see it.
Right.
I don't know how the hell to get out of here.
Get out of where?
I want to go outside.
I wanted.
What? You want to go outside from the inside?
Yup.
All right, give me 1 second. I've got to put the matron in here next to you. Okay, so outside is right here.
All right, I'll get as close to the exit as I can.
Okay, so you can get 60 feet with your dash.
Alright, I'll do that. Can I also,
That's about as far as you can get for this turn.
Is that an action?
Your dash is an action, yes. So if you use your dash, you can get this far.
Alright, that's fine.
Okay, so that'll be your turn. And then it goes to the female drow. So for Arachna, I'm going to keep you out here so you can still kind of hang out with everybody. But you'll be coming from right here. So, it's this lady right here is going. And she is poisoned. So she ain't doing jack diddly squat. Next one. It's this. So this bad girl over here is going to go now. And now she has orbs. Yeah, she's going to move over here. So she's going to go to the right about here. And, yeah, she's going to... No, she's just going to stop there. Because I think she probably would have been better where she was. But, yeah, she's going to end her turn there. And it will go to Drow Mage, I believe, who's awake now. Okay, so he's awake. He sees that all of his stuff is dispelled. What are you gonna... He's gonna move right up here. He spots this girl right here. He's gonna cast some shit. Let's see what you got in your arsenal. Throw up this thing. Shit. Yup, he's definitely gonna do that. Fuck. Okay, he's gonna cast 5th level Cloud Kill right here, right here, on both his sister and this lady.
On who?
This guy right here, Zavala's son, is gonna cast Clap Kill in between his sister and the enemy drow over here.
And didn't you say the orbs of darkness dropped?
Yes,
Because
they
they're
all
still on the
disappeared.
maps. They're still on the maps, and I can't see.
What are still on the map?
The black
orbs of
is
darkness.
is the only thing your character can see.
Yeah,
That way
and there's an orb
you-
of darkness right in front of me.
No, that's the wall.
That big old black thing is the wall?
Yeah, there's a wall there.
Well.
That's right there. That's a wall.
Yeah. My goodness.
Everything that's black is what your character isn't facing, or what your
Okay.
character can't see.
I need
So
to get
the globes of darkness that were around your house compound. There was one that was here, 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 here. They were on your gates.
It does not help with what I want to do. Okay.
Okay, so the cloud get away. Give me 1 second. I gotta look up exactly what that does. I know that's a freaking disgusting spell, and he hates his sisters.
I didn't realize it was first level.
Yeah, it's 5th. Okay, so it creates a 20-foot radius sphere of poisonous yellow-green fog. The fog spreads around corners and yada yada, and when a creature enters the spell area for the first time on the start of its turn, it takes a Constitution saving throw. Is it a spell save? Yeah, okay, so first is a spell save, or take a shit
How
load.
is he casting a 5th level spell?
He is casting a 5th level spell
How?
on them. Yeah. That sounds scary because you think it could be cast on you, but he would have never cast it on you guys. So don't worry.
I'm still curious as to the
He
how.
has it then. Well, he's I'm pretty sure he's a 10th level caster on his own.
Oh, sorry. First, to explain my confusion, I thought this was with
guy.
Axel.
No. This is one of the house. This is one of the
Okay.
Zabala's kids.
Okay, that makes more sense. I was like, wait, Riz is level 3. How does he have the spell?
No. Good lord. Okay.
No, that's why I was freaking the fuck out.
Okay, so how long does this last? It's concentration? Shit. Okay, so I'm gonna need more of this little thing in the box again.
My creatures have already run away, right? Because they're still there.
What is it?
Did these guys have a chance to run away or no?
Yes, they're still running away. They're not where he's setting that, but they haven't had their turn yet to be able to do that. Okay, so it's one square. Yeah, they're not in this at all. It's just these two. So it's everything that's in there. But I'm leaving that there so that I'm gonna move that to the map. Because it leaves it there until he stops focusing on it, apparently. Okay, so he casts a spell, and now they make con saves. So this one is asleep, so they're going to make that disadvantage, which is his sister. And she crit misses.
Oh.
Okay, and she succeeds. So she only takes half. Okay, so yeah, she's dead as shit. So she drops down, choking. You guys can't really see it, but she's out. So one of Zavala's kids kills the other one, and she takes half. She's 21. Okay, so she's hacking at it. Alright, so that brings us to the Dwagar. Yeah, fucking 5th level cloud kill. Okay. The Dwagar, he's gonna come up here with his Lord Nebulum friend. Kind of help him get the last level there. Wonder if he has anything range she could use for this drow lady here. I don't have all of their stuff set up to where I could just click it and see, like I do with some of them. They will be though. I'll do them all. Alright. He has. I'll do so many javelins. And he doesn't have javelins. Okay, so that's done for him. Deep gnome. Oh, thank you for the help. And kind of just hops up to this next level. It's quite nice here. He sees this lady down here. I don't like it, he says under his breath. Let's see if he has anything he can throw. No, not. I really like this picture. Okay. Yep, he has poison darts. So he's gonna try to. How far is that? 30 to 120. Yeah, the freaking load times in between screens are obnoxious. Like I have to close it and then bring it back out. There we go. Okay, poison dart. And he misses. Low draft. So he misses his poison dart. And that's it for his turn. Now it goes to Vidania. Vidania, you are all the way here. And you have the Rosaxo kind of behind you. He just ran off in this direction after he retrieved his dagger. And that lady who shot the quarrel back at you, it seems like she moved beyond this stalactite down here. So you can't see her wherever she's at. But you have free reign. What would you like to do?
What's the quickest way to my flump?
To your flump? You are right now. The same amount. You are. It's like at the range of your edge of your vision. If you go around that border right there, that rock, it's about at the range of where you can see. So it'll be off in the distance. If you dash, you can. I think you can get extra movement.
Monks can dash as a bonus action, but she would need to spend a key point. She could get right up to the plump in one turn, but that would be the end of her turn, and she'd need to burn key. Right.
Okay. Well said, Tizo, and thank you. So yes, you can literally get, because you can dash as your bonus action, and then I think you could do it again as your action, which would, as long as she uses her key point for the bonus action one. So you could get all the way up, right up to the edge of her, right there.
That's what I want to do.
Yeah. Okay. So just be careful. About 5 feet behind you is that cloud kill, and I'm telling you that as a friend, that will kill you if you go in it. Just be careful. It's like right here.
There's a circle on the map.
So you're right up there, and you've got Lena in your arms. You're able to grab onto her, but you are right next to the creations that hurt her, and they haven't begun to move away yet. But their turn's right after you. Like they're literally beelining it away.
If they haven't moved yet, am I still connected to them?
You're still connected to side tap, yes.
Sure.
But you don't. You're not connected to your vision. You dropped that.
Well, so the time I was going to... It's a weird chronology, because the time I was going to drop that was after multiple rounds of the matron dying, so technically I'm still connected to it visually?
Via continuity of the story, technically, yes. You're still connected right now to side tap, because this is right about when you're starting to travel down, I'd say... Yeah, I would say this is about after Marthella had her throat slit and you're about to leave with his
Sure. I have a question out of game.
Okay.
I have a bunch of health potions on me. I did not say before the battle that I gave any to my creations. Could I do that retroactively, or is it too late?
I would say, just for this sake, it would be too late because you didn't mention that you were giving it to them. But
perfectly fine. Just
you could
definitely
do that.
Later didn't this time. Perfectly fine.
Yeah, but like going forward, if you wanted to give them stuff like that, you totally can.
Sure. Cool. Just wanted to check.
Do I have more movement or more action, or no?
That is all of your action.
Yeah, that's your whole turn right there. But you have Lena in your arms. But I was just warning you that behind you over here is a cloud of death, and then right over here is the 3 monstrosities that wounded Lena.
So there's no way I can make sure I have my rapier, like Lena in one hand and my rapier in the other, which I've never taken. Or
yeah, you still have your rapier in your hand. You're just like holding it with Lena underneath it. So Lena's taking both of your arms to kind of coddle her up, and she's still actively bleeding out. And she's actually going to make her death save right now, the first one. And as she's doing that, the Tizal's creatures are actively moving away.
Yeah, I'm gonna say they're probably going to disengage and make a very visible point, like that they're going to look at her, sort of put their weapons down and step back, basically making very clear, we could have pushed you back into the gas. We are leaving. We could have.
Okay, so
literally,
they get up in her face for a minute, and then they go back and follow. It's like, we
Charles
could have.
probably have just shoulder checked her into the gas and been done with it.
Okay. I'm gonna roll the shoulder check to see.
Let's
Is
not.
that what you do?
No, we are.
Okay,
leaving.
so the
happen.
shoulder check hits.
Would
It's-
have
It
to
didn't
go.
happen.
It comes up, shoulder checks you for
Nope, I said
1
could have.
damage.
We're not. Just
Oh, it's not gonna do it?
no. The point is, they are leaving. They're just. Yes. If we had wanted Vidania dead, she would be dead.
Okay. So they get up close to you and they kind of like fake you out, like, and then they just back off while still facing you the whole time. And then they get about 30 feet away, but they don't look like they're coming at you. They don't look like a threat anymore. You do still have this poisoned drow back here. He's completely poisoned and incapacitated. And then
Did
this
Lena pass her
drow
save?
over here. What is that?
Yeah.
Did Lena pass the
Lena.
save?
Wait, what?
You
Lena
said Lena
saved.
was making her save, and you didn't say what it was.
Oh, you're right. I didn't. Yeah, she succeeded. It was 18.
Okay, so 1 down, potentially 5 to go.
Potentially. If she fails the next 2, yeah. Alright, so
Or
we're
if-
any 2 in
If
between.
she succeeds 1 and fails 2.
Alright, so who's doing this? Supposed to say?
the creations left,
Yes.
and then there's, I'm assuming, Zavala's son. Or no, that's the lady drow that tried to crossbow me, right?
Yeah, but she's in the death cloud.
No,
Along
there was.
with-
Okay, so they all move. All 3 of
One
the
lady-
birds
She's
come at the
dead.
same time because they're all grouped together. So they're all going to move at the same time down here, and only one is close enough to the gate, but it's not striking it. They're under the commands of this lady right here, and that's all they're going to do. And now it's her turn, and she is going to come up here, come all the way up here, and then she's going to hop down over here. And she tells these guys to do that in their turn. And then from here, she...
Also out of game, I just realized that this means that Dinmok was let in on secret planning sessions I was not present for. This concerns me greatly.
Yeah. Okay, so she is going to attempt to hit the mage that casts Cloud Kill.
How did he even hide that?
She's rolling a disadvantage, but she still hits. And he has to make a DC Constitution saving throw of 13. And he fails, so he is poisoned and incapacitated. Wait, no, he didn't fail by more than 5, did he? No, 5 or more, and 8 is exactly 5. So he failed by 5, so he is asleep and poisoned. And
He's been
he-
napping half the battle.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. So he's asleep again for the second time.
I'm gonna have to kick him around a little after.
He killed his sister though. He woke up long enough to kill his sister. All right, so
I assume
Yeah, he's
I don't
asleep
know.
up there. And he's
I didn't see it.
I thought you did.
Mm-mm.
Oh.
Okay, that's her turn. And then it goes back
Nobody
to
saw
Zax.
it. There were no witnesses.
Oh,
Yeah, so we go back to Zax. So Zaxel, you see, you saw Vidania kind of go around. You saw her dash off towards the direction of her flum. I don't know if you can exactly see it from where you are, see their direction, but you saw her dash off in that direction. And then you saw that drow female right about here. You saw her hop up and then come up this stalactite all the way up here and then hop into your house compound somewhere beyond the gate and the stalactite.
lovely. Alright. Okay. I would like to grab the bottom of my cloak so I can fly.
Okay.
And
What's your flight distance on that?
40 feet.
Nice. So you can get 80 feet with your dash, obviously.
And I'm going to track that out real quick.
Yeah. You can actually get to her with that entirely. Like you can, as you get, if you fly up there, you're getting close to the stalactite, the top of it. You can see her below you, and you can actually land down right in front of her, or next to her, or even behind her.
Can I come down and make an attack on her?
Sure.
Oh.
Make it with advantage.
I would like to do that.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do a stealth roll before to see if she sees you. Yeah,
okay.
and versus her perception, her passive perception. And if you succeed it, then you make the attack roll. You can do the sneak attack. So
Okay.
you're coming with advantage as a sneak and with surprise.
Okay.
God, your stealth is so high. Okay. I'm
It's a
pretty sure her passive
rogue.
perception is nowhere near that. Pretty sure. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, she doesn't see you at all as you're coming down. So yeah, you can make a stealth attack at advantage, or just a regular attack at advantage.
Yep.
So for this, yeah, that's lovely. Okay, she's dead. She's dead as shit.
Yay!
Oh wait, it only does 3 and 5, 4. Okay. I thought it did 24 for a second because I wasn't looking at it. 24 is to hit. It definitely hits, and it does 3 fire, 4 radiant, which is 7. And she has to make a intelligence saving. So let's do an int save real quick. Yeah, I was like, dang man, that did a shit load of damage.
Yeah, it didn't add dexterity damage either.
Yeah, that doesn't add it. It's straight magic damage.
Okay.
When it's extended like that, so as you were coming down, it went and kind of extended out, like more of the crystal grew out of the strange floating gold ring at the bottom, where it kind of floats from, like almost like it was being pulled out of an extra dimensional space.
Nice.
And it extended out, and as it did, it kind of flared on the inside, and you could see it, that there was like this heat on the inside, and this feeling kind of enveloped you. That's similar to the feeling of the smooth smack of the weapon hitting your hand when you go to draw it and it kind of into your hand. It's just, it's like that, but extended or sharpened towards more intense.
Gotcha.
Do the math. So for sets, she took 2.
And for the record, I'm not getting sneak attack on that.
You can get sneak attack on it.
Okay, let me roll that up then.
Yeah, because she didn't see you at all. So you got the extra 6 on top of that. Very good. Okay, so she's looking pretty rough out of it. It didn't finish her off, but the way you came down, just like it almost like it passed completely through her, and then it burned her, and then it didn't just burn her, but it like the middle of the fire was like this divine light that you could sense. It was somehow divine, and she was like as it struck her, and it like ignited her cloak to where her like most of her cleavage is revealed and her stomach is open, but she's still wearing her like tattered kind of gown now, or leather plate. It's not really there anymore. That would pick up your turn, Miss Axel. She's looking real rough. She's looking like that messed her up, like she dropped down to her knees, and she's like kind of heaving a little bit. She wasn't expecting that. That brings it to this female drow over here who is dead. Her. And then this other one who is still in the cloud kill. So she is going to actively move out of the cloud kill. She's right there. And she is going to drink something out of her bag. It's going to be her turn. Okay. And then it goes to the drow mage who is asleep. The Dwegar. Okay. The Dwegar is going to come down to this other drow down here. And he's going to take a swing at her. And he misses. God, you guys suck. Okay. So he misses. And then it's the Deep Gnome's turn. He's like, hey, you don't touch my buddy. The one's over here. And, he's going to try to attack too. There we go. And he has a war pick as well. How do you like this? And he swings down. And he hits. Hits the drow. Yeah! For max damage. He's like, yeah, you little... Alright, now it goes to Vidania. So Vidania, where'd you go? Okay, yeah, you're over here by the flump in the cloud of death over here. So you have her in your hands, and everything seems to be moving away from you. It looks like the battle is somewhat calming down, except for the Deep Gnome and the Dwegar, who are just now hopping down into the battle to finish off, or to try to finish off a drow.
Oh, that drow's still alive right there?
This one over here is. This one is dead, and this one is on your team, and they're asleep at the top.
Oh, what about all those orcs?
Oh,
there are a bunch of orcs down here that you saw when you were coming down here, but they're a ways away from you. And between lines of sight, so they're beyond where you can even see, if you could see beyond through borders. So they seem like they're out of your worry for now.
I want to use dash.
Are you expending a key point to use it as a bonus action?
Oh, you have to. I have to do that.
No, he's asking.
No, you can't.
You could just use it as your action.
If I use it as my action, I won't get a bonus action, will I?
You will have your bonus action for other things, but you won't have your action for other things.
Right.
I don't understand what that means.
You will have your bonus action. You have three things. You have your movement, your action, and your bonus action. You can dash as your main action and have your bonus action, or you can dash as your bonus action, spending key, and have your action.
No, I want to use it as my main action and then have a bonus action.
Okay.
Okay. So you want to use dash and keep your bonus action?
Yes.
Remember, your bonus action is a smaller amount of time. It's usually, what you do in a split moment. Your action is what you can do to investigate, talk to people, and ask questions.
Well, she will also be saving key.
Do what?
Well, I wouldn't be able to attack that drow if I use my bonus action to.
Yeah, if you use your bonus action to dash instead of your action to dash, you could use your action, because it hasn't been used yet, to attack that drow if you wanted to. basically lets you use your bonus action. Use your bonus action to dash instead of your action, so that your action is free. Does that make sense?
Let me check this again. It's still too far away.
I think monks have 40 feet, don't they?
Yeah, but that's like 55 feet.
Yeah, but if you dashed, you could get
40.
80.
Yeah,
You
but then
could
I
get
couldn't
40.
attack.
You could get 40 and then be like, hey, bitch. Remember, you have a bleeding Lena in your arms, too.
Yeah, that's true. She is actively bleeding out.
You could make a medicine check to try and stabilize her.
That's true, you could.
How would I do that if I don't have any medicine or any potions?
Just like
Medicine.
Tear your shirt.
yeah, it's just a
Try to
medicine
make a
check to see
bandage.
if you can like tourniquet her up with maybe a piece of your shirt or something. A makeshift way to stabilize her. So if you want to do that, just roll on the
Wouldn't
medicine
give her
table.
any hit points, but it would make her not die.
Right, it would just stabilize her to where, well, yeah. It
Shit.
it doesn't seem like whatever you're doing is helping. She kind of screeches as you touch her.
Okay, there's no way that I could possibly use a key point. Like, how do I go up to that person?
What person?
I just used my action.
Right.
So
But
now I have...
you could still use your key point to get a total, because you can go 40 feet with just your movement. So you can get to about here, right, with just your movement. If you wanted to get the rest of the way, you can go a total of 80. So you can get
But
about
then I
this
use a key
far.
point.
Yes, you use a key point to get this far in any direction.
But if you
80
just
feet.
use your movement to get there, you're in a pretty good position to whack her in your next turn.
Right, and you could always try to do another medicine check.
I guess I'm just gonna use my movement and go the 40 feet forward.
Okay.
That's right. No, this is right here, I think. Yeah.
So you get about so you get about there with just your movement. And you still have a bonus action. So you can use another key point to move further, or you can like shout something really quick or something real quick.
There's nothing I want to do right. I don't want to use a key point if I can't get closer and attack. That makes, yeah.
You're in a pretty
That's
good
what I
spot.
want to do. So I'm just gonna not do anything right now.
Okay, so that'll end it for your turn. You just kind of just be right there with that drow woman. And she's about 10 feet away from you. And for the orcs, off in this direction, they kind of went up this hill and they made it to the top of this stalactite right over here. And they're looking to jump down, but now they're starting to see Rosaxel, because they didn't see you approaching, but they're starting to see you down there, like, oh, snap.
Right.
So, but they can't do anything from where they're at, so that's their turn. Now it's the female, and she's up close to you. She's going to make a swing at this axe. Right, I don't need her if I can score. So she's going to make a swing with her short sword.
Yeah,
What's your AC?
I don't know. She got me.
Okay. So she hit. And roll the damage, please. So she got you with 6 piercing.
Okay.
She kind of slashes at you and gets you a little bit on the side, and you kind of look down like, you drew blood, you bitch. She's just kind of smiling as she's pulling the blade out slowly. And then she is going to try to move away from you, which you will get attack of opportunity because she's not disengaged.
Alright. That's still made an advantage, right? Or is that just normal attack?
Yeah.
That's just a normal attack then?
Right. Yeah, just a normal attack.
Okay. Okay, just making sure.
Forgot how much that thing does. Okay, so it hits her with another. Wait, her AC was lower because her thing. Okay, so it actually doesn't hit her this time, so it just barely misses her, and she's able to get about 30 feet this direction. So you swing at her, and the fire kind of flashes, but she's able to dodge off to the right, and she bounces off of the stalactite down here a little bit, and then makes her way off in this direction. Okay, and then that brings it to Rizax's turn. So now you saw her just nearly dodge your attack of opportunity, and just dart off a little to your right, and now you have an opportunity to chase her down. But again, you know that you can see those orcs that are moving up above you, kind of looking down. Your dress perception would miss them. They're not very stealthy at all.
Alright, yeah, because I'm actually not seeing their tokens. So.
Oh, okay. Well, I would say that you can hear them. They're above you. They're about 10 feet away above you. So they're on that stalactite. Because you could see them. You could see them moving up the stalactite right about here. So, and I'd imagine that you'd be able to guess their destination was similar to the drow who was down there.
Fair. You said she looks pretty messed up, right? Pretty jacked.
What's that?
You said she looks pretty jacked up, right? Pretty messed up.
Yeah, she looks really. She looks like she's hurt.
Okay. In that case, I would like to, for my action, cast Magic Missile at her.
Magic Missile?
Yep.
Alright. And that just hits.
Just hits. 3d4 plus 3.
Alright. 2d4 plus 3. Go ahead and roll that for me.
It was 3, wasn't it?
Yeah. So, 9 points.
Yeah. Okay, so that did a total of 9 to her. And she's looking real bad. Like, she's like gasping for breath, heavily breathing.
For the record, the matron and Verachna aren't like right there, right next to her, right?
No, we're inside.
No, that's not actually them.
Okay. I was just making sure, because I was like, oh, well, this is important.
Yeah, that's not actually them. That's just representing that they're inside of them.
Okay.
So, she takes it and they just bah, 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 and blast her, and each hit just brings her further and further down. And she's actually knocked flat on her back, and she's laying down on the ground. So that makes...
I'll use my movement and...
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry. I forgot you had movement left.
Yep. I think... Actually, I can't dash, but I do have 40 feet. So I think I will go here.
Yeah, I need to get you 40 feet. I'll just move you beyond it. Oh, that's one of the traps. That's where you wanted to go?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, so she's over here. She's the one that's messed up. Alright. She is going to move further away.
What happened to Vera's turn?
Yeah, that's right, Vera. Yeah, sorry. I'm zooming back in. So you were actually supposed to go, I think, right before or right after Rizaxo, so I think it's right here anyways. So you got, how much more space do you can get out? Yeah, you can make it right to the edge of the door with your movement.
That's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
So you can also use your dash to get 30 feet out.
Yeah, let's do that.
So we're back on the compound, and now you're right here. You can go 30 feet. It takes you about, you can go 30 feet from there.
I can go 30 feet from there.
Yes. So, and this is using your dash, so you have a bonus action. You can't see that drow female off to your right. You can see, right as you're coming out the door, you can see her. She's looking real rough. She's kind of stumbling. She's kind of stumbling out right as you're coming out the door. She's falling backwards to the ground, and you can kind of see like this arcane magic dissipating in the air. And she's falling, towards you, like backwards towards you, so her back's facing you.
Okay. I want to move right up on her.
Alright. You easily get up there, and she sees you because you're standing over her, and she's laying on her back looking up at you right as you're approaching. Just your high heels clicking on the stone as you approach. And she just kind of lazily looks back in your direction, and so she's bleeding out. Her chest is kind of you can see her like breast a little bit exposed from some kind of fire damage that singed her armor entirely in the front. And she's just laying there, and she's just kind of clenching her lips together like, yep, this is it. What would you like to do? I'm pretty sure you only have a bonus action, but if you wanted to, in this instance, because she's right there, I will let you crack your whip down on her head because she's so close, or just for this one time thing, because she's right there. Finish her just real quick. It misses. No, it hits. It's with advantage. It hits. Yeah. So click damage. If it does enough, she's finished right here.
Okay.
She has 3 hit points. So.
Oh.
There we go. Yeah, she's done, Ski. So you whack, and it just slashes perfectly across her neck. And she just starts gasping. And you can see the lifeblood leaking from her neck, and she's just staring at you in the eyes. And the heat is kind of draining from her face as the life spills out, and she just has this like open agape look with her eyes narrowed, like, how could you?
Whip has a +6, god damn.
Can I
bad it bit at me.
Because it comes she got it made to where it bonuses off of her charisma.
Can I pet her?
Sure. We'll say that you're now leaning down and petting at her. Riz did all the work there, though.
Yeah.
He's the reason she's all messed up. You can even see Riz now because Riz moved down the screen. Moved down to the frame. So you didn't even see why she fell. You just saw her falling backwards.
I know she's not one of ours.
And this is the Drow Mage who's asleep. Skip. The Dwagar is going to make another attack on this Drow female. I should have had him on large before. Yeah, he hits. So he hits. Dang. Okay. Just 13 damage when on large. Okay, so it did 9 damage. Alright, and then his buddy Deepno's like, yeah, get him! As he comes in from the side with an attack of his own. He's got a pick in his hand as well. Alright, come on, guy. Yeah, take this! He comes down and misses. And he would try to move, but he's gonna stay back there. So that's it for both of them, and it goes back to Vidania. So you can see right here, those Deep Gnome and the Dwegar are actively trying to mine this drow to death.
She's not dead.
She's taken a hit from the Dwegar, but she hasn't taken much from the Deep Gnome yet.
Okay.
She's looking like she's taken some intense hits though. She's
move forward.
Looking pretty rough.
And look down.
Are you bringing Lena?
Yeah. What about her? Is she okay? Like,
can I like?
She's gonna make her death save right now.
Yeah. Can she make her death save before I move up?
Yep, and she succeeded again.
Okay.
So she's got 2 saves.
No failures.
Can I put her like? Do I have like some sort of pocket in my robe, or like a sling of some sort, or a sash that I can make a sling?
I mean, you do, but she would be a little too big to fit in that, I think. Do you have your cloak on? Your cloak of mana, right?
I have a cloak on, but I don't believe it's that cloak.
Okay, so she can fit in your hood.
Yeah,
I want to put her. Whole hood.
I'll put her in the hood, and then I just want to walk up to this drow and look down at her, and ask her, you know, do I recognize what house she's from? Is she from the 20th house, or is she from one of the other houses?
She's not wearing an emblem.
Can I ask? I want to ask her or demand to know what house she's from.
Okay, so this would take your action.
Oh no! Then no. I'm just. Dang it! I don't want to do that.
Take her out. Kill her.
I'm just gonna look down at her, and like I can talk to her while I attack her, right?
Sure.
Okay, I would like to.
Just like imagine it with like 6 seconds. You know, this is all happening within 6 seconds. So
I'll take my rapier and use both hands instead of one hand on the hilt, and bring it above my head, and then bring it down on her head, like to stab her in the forehead, and tell her you messed with the wrong house. Yeah.
Okay. Roll to hit.
Would I just click this rapier button right up here?
Okay, that hits. Click on the rapier itself, and it'll roll for damage for you.
Oh.
Yeah, nice. Okay, so it did 4 damage. All right, so you just kind of pierced her in the chest. Yeah, she says, and she leans forward, and blood starts to dribble out of her mouth. You'll have to do better than that, priestess. She says, kind of tauntingly. 4 damage.
Can I use a key point and use flurry of blows now?
Sure can.
Okay, I would like to do that. And,
okay, so you make 2 unarmed strikes. So roll to hit. There's no thing for. I haven't made your unarmed strikes yet. So just roll 2d20.
Okay, how do I do that?
So that little toolbar to your left, the second to the bottom one, is all of your dice.
Okay.
There's one that says d20.
2d20. Okay.
Yep. You can either.
Yeah. Oh. Click.
That works. So it rolled both of them. So just roll 1 d20 at a time.
Oh.
Just click on the d20 button itself.
Okay. I apologize.
Well, doesn't she have advantage for the other person being prone?
Yeah.
This one's not prone.
Ah.
Yeah, she's not prone. That was the other one. So the first hit misses. So roll 1 more.
Very good, damn it.
And the second hit hits. So roll for damage, which is 1d4 plus your dex. So I think what's your dex? Let's see.
My dex, is it a saving throw?
No,
it's your
just your modifier. The one on the left side in your stats.
A +3. So a d4 +3.
Yep.
I want to stomp on her face. Ooh.
So
7.
Max damage +3, so 7, which is just enough to obliterate her. So the first kick misses. You kind of spin in the air like Gohan kicking at Cell. The second hit comes around, clips her right across the right across the side of her ear, and you can hear this crack, and it takes a moment for the momentum to fully transfer from your foot to her head, and as it does, she does like a full cartwheel to the side and just in a wet, dead heap into the ground.
Just gonna call her bitch. And then...
Yeah, you as you're looking down, you can see that you completely shattered all the bones in her jaw and broke her neck, and her eyes are just lolling out.
Yeah.
So she's very dead.
That's my first kill, guys.
And it was pretty solid too.
Indeed.
Okay, so with that, that'll take up Zidania's turn, and now we go back to the orcs that were up here. They're over in this direction, and they are going to continue on. Actually, no, now that they saw their leader die, they're not going to continue, they're going to run.
Plus, the matrons are probably about to bombard them with mental bullshit. Now that they are unopposed.
So they run down the hill, and they see Rizaxel, and you see that they see you, Rizaxel, but they're just kind of glancing, like, look, their eyes are kind of wide, like they're expecting you to come at them, but they're just running with all their might. So when they get right about here, so you can see that they're making eye contact with you, but they continue on using their dashes to get their actions or get themselves all the way back there. And they are actively running the F away from everything. All right, now we go to. I think she's dead. Yep, she's dead. So remove her. And it's Rizaxel. So you saw them go by you. So I'd say for here, we'll negate their dash if you wanted to take an attack of opportunity as they were right there, because your turn was so close to theirs. No. So if you wanted to strike at any of them, okay, you're just gonna let them run?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So they run off that direction, and you can see them if you go beyond where you are. So you can go anywhere you'd like.
Okay. Who is that?
That is the Dwagar, one of your servants. No, he was. Yeah, the drow there is the one that she just killed, but the one that you clicked on was the Dwagar that's on your guys' team.
Okay.
Or at least is on your guys' house.
Okay, so everything I can see for my field of vision is mopped up, taken care of. I don't think I can get there, but we'll check anyway. 70. Yeah. I would like to be in this square.
Oh man, I couldn't see Vidania kill that lady.
Which one? Ping it again?
See if I can ping it. That one.
Okay. Now, you were using your dash or your...
Yeah, I was using my action. Using my cloak action for the dash.
Okay. Yeah. So you still have 10 feet of movement in the air because you only went 70 from there.
Yeah. I still have 10. No, that's fine. I'll just kind of. You know what? Actually, if I can put myself on a wall, that'd be even better. I think there's one nearby. Yeah. Right.
You can get right there. Yep.
Oh,
it might block you from over here, but you're actually above everything.
Right. Oh wait, I put myself too far.
There we go. Now you can see it. Now you're up on that wall. They can still see you if they look up, but you're about 10 feet off the ground on that wall.
Okay.
And you're kind of sideways on it because of where that is. So you're actually standing on the wall looking up at it.
Excellent.
Okay. You want to do anything else?
I guess with my bonus action, is everybody alright?
Okay.
I'm fine.
So, Badania, you're definitely close
Everybody
enough
doesn't
to
do
hear that.
I'm not gonna
I'm
say
so
that,
excited.
but yeah, I'm just gonna be like, you can tell I'm pissed off, and I'm like, yeah. But that was my first kill. I'm not gonna say that, but that was my first kill, everybody.
How did it feel?
We're not gonna discuss that right now. I'm still pissed.
You'll have to tell me everything.
Are we gonna call it there, or do we want to do some wrap up?
We want to do wrap up. We don't. It's not time. We got to keep going. We only get to do this once a week.
We are going to keep playing if everybody wants to keep playing.
Yeah.
I do.
Okay. Well, in that case, before I approach the 11th house to give the troops all time to go away before I approach whatever clusterfuck is over there, I'd like to reach into my bag of holding and pull out the bodies to see what loot was on them.
Can I get a medicine check on Lena to see if she's okay? Like, see if she's dead?
She hasn't made her last check yet. And technically, combat is still technically going on because this drow hasn't died yet. Yeah, she is. Okay, she's dead. She's dead, but this drow and this drow are still alive.
There's drow over there?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're still alive. This guy's asleep.
Well, I'll take care of them if I can.
But these ones over here look like they're moving away. Oh, and I think this drow is still alive too, and he's just asleep. Yeah. So he's incapacitated for an hour, but he's still alive. But he's not of their house, so they don't care. They're leaving him. So there are still things happening on the battlefield. And Giselle, you might have noticed that you and Zavala have begun to enter the area
Actually,
up at the
Zavala,
top.
do you mind if I take a few moments to prepare before we approach? Or must we rush this? Must we rush this? Sorry, I haven't been doing the voice because it's been a while since I talked in character. Do you mind giving me a moment? Or would you rather get back to your own house as soon as possible? Or, I suppose, our house now. That will
Sure, you can have a moment. Do you want to split away? Or meet up at the house, perhaps? I did want to guide you, just in case someone else wants to swipe you away, but I can leave you to your devices if you like.
A few moments, yes. I shall be there shortly. I wish to rendezvous with my creatures, and then we shall all approach together.
Very well. And you actually notice off to your right over here, your creatures are actually coming up to you. They've spotted you guys off in the distance, and they started to come your way as they were moving away.
All right.
And it looks like they all survived, too. So
wonderful.
So you have every one of your creations with you right now that are coming. So you have the 3 on your back that were born from Dimak. Dimak isn't with you. Dimak was left in the antechambers.
Yes. And the new creatures who were too young for battle are also with me, I hope?
What is it?
There were 2 who I made this morning who were not... There was one who I made this morning who was not prepared for battle, so I assume he's with me as well?
Yes, you brought... That's what you went in... That's what I'm assuming that you went into the your lab for, just to pick them up. Yeah, they're actually carrying some of your stuff. But as you were coming down this way and getting close to Arak-Tinel, the frog guy seemed to not be with your party anymore. He seemed to have disappeared sometime between your house and Arak-Tinel. You're not sure when he broke away from the group, but he seems to have broken away. And it's just you and Zaval. She didn't seem too concerned by it, but you definitely noticed that right before you got into range of House Illdorfain, that the frog guy was nowhere in sight.
Good to know. Yeah, I'd just like to take a moment before I go there to see what items were on the matron and the priestesses, just because I'm going to be walking with my creatures onto a battlefield where they just were, and I don't know if the matron has explained everything yet. So just in case, I would like to be a little more armed if I can.
Okay, so you actually wanted to go back to the house compound?
No, remember I stuffed their bodies in my bag of holding so I could have their loot?
Oh, yes. What loot did you stuff in there?
No, I just stuffed the whole I just took the entire bodies to loot later.
Oh, you stuffed the cocoon bodies in there?
Yeah, because I have a bag of holding.
Very nice. Okay. Yes,
and a side benefit to this?
So, you open the bag, and you can see that there's like this encased cocoon, and it's kind of hardened to a point. You have to break it away, and as you do, you can see the two suffocated priestesses in there. One's the matron Dryliar, and the other one it looks like Femica.
And I also
Mothella's nowhere near.
Oh no, I grabbed her body too. I grabbed all the bodies.
Well, Mothella was nowhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Her neck got split by the frog.
Didn't her neck get split in that same room though?
So you stuffed her in there as she was dying, right?
Oh, so she crawled out?
You heard it bamf, and then you looked up at the balcony, and that's when Zavala kind of sent the frog guy to go investigate, but he didn't find anything. So he came back to join up with you guys as you guys were leaving. Like
she
as
got
you
out
guys
of
were
there.
passing. Yeah.
Good to know.
So somehow she got away.
Weird. Well, let's see what these two had on them, and she could be alive now as I pull her out.
Right. Yeah, but those priestesses that you were searching were definitely very, very dead.
Sure.
But they didn't have anything really of note. Femica's snake-headed whip seems to have turned into just a whip with some sticks wrapped around it. And
disappointing.
The only thing that they really have that would be of note, actually, Matron Dryliar has a little bag on her. So obviously, you probably reach for the bag, and you can feel it. As you're feeling it, you can feel that there's something hard inside, like rocks or gems. You can probably surmise that it's money. It's gems.
Sure. All right, not bad.
I have to roll to see what kind of gems are in there if you investigate. But there are gems in it, and you can feel like the different cuts.
Yeah, let's see what's in here.
Okay, so you get 2 of these 100 GP gemstones. One is a spinal. You can probably see it in the chat. I haven't updated it to where it looks all pretty yet, but these are some of them rotated. So you get a transparent red-brown kind of spinal, and you know it's worth a decent amount, and then a deep green jade. And then that's just of the hundreds. You also get 2 of these and 1 of these. And that is Star Ruby. Did it do 2? Yeah, okay, Peridot. And then you got a topaz with like a golden color. Peridot, which is my birthstone, it's an olive green. And then you get at the very bottom of the bag, it's a Star Ruby, which you know is worth a good amount. That's a precious gem. You can use that to pretty much coerce your way in and out of any situation if you have one of those in your pocket. So she had a fair amount on her. I think it was a total of 17 or 22. Okay.
Yep.
So she had a fair amount of money on her.
Very nice.
Yeah, you can use that to like buy all kinds of stuff. But Femica didn't seem to have anything but her whip on her and her pendant to Lowell. Which, if you inspect the pendant to Lowell, it kind of has taken on like a stone-like texture, and as you brush across it, it crumbles into dust.
Good to know. Priestesses, not the best for loot. Well, okay, and after I search through that stuff, Slightly disappointed I didn't find any other items for survivability, and hoping my robe will be enough. I will approach with my creations.
Okay. So...
I don't suppose that counted as a short rest to roll some hit die. I don't think it was long enough.
Yeah, it wasn't long enough to be a short rest. So I don't imagine anybody would come to...
In that case, I'm gonna quickly cast Cure Wounds on myself to restore some of the health I lost from the burning hands.
Okay. And I'm gonna make Lena's last check here. Or no, we gotta go to the Dwegar. The Dwegar is going to... does she go before this? Okay, the Dwegar, the Deep Gnome, and all of them. That sucks, I'm sorry.
Well, I have a +3, but...
Yeah, still. Well, that might cure you all.
You know what? No, I took more damage than that, because I'm gonna cast it again, honestly. I have the spell slots. Okay, so I'm at full at least.
I'm just exiting some of these. I have so many tabs open right now. And now, okay. War Pick. I rolled the wrong one. Wait, she's dead.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
what am I doing? Okay, I keep forgetting she's dead. So they're dead. These orcs are running off, these orcs are running off into the night. These drow are running off into the night. And these drow are stopped. These drow over here are stopped for some reason. And they start to head towards the fungus grove. And as they get right about here, this loud, audible is ringing off, and pretty sure everybody can hear that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that turned me around.
Okay, so are you gonna do Lena's last save, or you gotta let the little? Are you gonna do Lena's last save, or do the other like Draliar or not Draliar? The house servants, do they get... What are they doing?
They are all going to basically meet up with you guys, but you guys hear this loud shriek coming from that direction.
Uh-huh.
And everybody, all of you can hear it. So this sound coming from over here. Wait. Coming from over here.
Right.
And you guys can deduce, all of you, because you're all pretty familiar with the Underdark, that it is this. It's coming from a Shrieker mushroom.
Right.
But you also could probably surmise that it was the drow that's setting it off.
Right.
Okay, so these Dwegar and everything are gonna basically move back into the house compound. And then Vidania, you're standing there with that dead drow. The Lena, who is now going to make her last save, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Well, last time she fails.
Hopefully her last save for her. And she stabilizes. So she takes a deep breath in. Vidania! She's just kind of rattling in your arms, but you can tell that she's going to be okay.
I want to hug her, but at the same time, there's people watching. So I'm just going to like shove her in my robes and tell her stay close and try to keep quiet. And I'm sorry that she, like, I'm telling her all this telepathically. I'm sorry. Stay close. It's going to be okay. I need you to just try to stay quiet. And with that, I want to proceed.
So you guys aren't in any initiative order anymore. You guys can basically move anywhere. But as Zavala gets up here with you guys, because you can see her approaching from up here in this direction. Zavala approaching with Zizal.
Can I do all that stealthfully, or do I need to like roll for that?
For what?
Oh, so combat's pretty much over.
Yeah, combat with like there's nobody actively fighting anymore. But you guys do see up here Tizal and Zavala approaching, and the creations that injured the lump are actively walking beside them. as well as two more creations behind Tazal, but you guys can't really see them.
I would very much like to leave the complex now.
I want to walk toward the sound of the shrieker.
Me too, that's where I'm going to.
I'm still pissed, like...
Okay.
Why is it not letting me go? It won't let me do nothing. Oh, duh, that's why. Okay, hold on. I can go 40. Hold on.
You guys aren't in combat anymore, so you guys make it over. You make it over there, and by the time you make it over there, Zavala and all of them are making it up to the gate, and Zavala can see her son incapacitated up here at the top of this hill, and her beloved daughter dead at the bottom, looking like she was suffocated by something, and she recognizes it as the Cloud Kill. So she's just walking by, and as she gets down a little bit further to Zao and the rest of them, she throws her snake-headed whip up and grabs her son by the throat with it, and is just attacking him as she's dragging him from behind. And now he's woken up, but he's woken up to his mother basically dragging him by the neck with the snake-headed whip, and the two heads are just striking him repeatedly.
All I can see is black.
Okay, give me a second. Where are we?
Oh hey, the section of overlap isn't completely obscured to me anymore.
Okay, so you make it about there. You see your sister going in the direction, and you guys both pass this drow right here, who's unconscious from a dart.
Actually, can I walk up to him and, like, shake him awake?
Sure. Okay. You walk up to him, you shake him awake, and he immediately tries to strike at you. So he's trying to swing at you. He doesn't have a weapon in his hand right now. His weapon's to his side. So he, what are you? Yeah! He tries to swing at you. It's pretty lazy. It's pretty lazy. So it's an automatic miss. It doesn't hit you at all. But it's inches from your face where you can feel the wind of it. And he starts trying to scramble towards his weapon.
I'm just going to be like, your side already lost. Now, you could follow me around and do as I say, or I could kill you here. Your choice.
So Vidania, are you paying attention to this at all? Because you're.
Yeah, I want to attack him, but she's talking to him, so.
You can still attack him.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I want to do a flying scissor kick at his head because I'm still pissed. I'm going to take my rage out on somebody.
Okay. Rizaxon, what were you saying?
I can't move my token again for whatever reason.
Sorry. Yeah, you can actively move wherever right now.
I'm just trying where everybody else is at.
Okay. So, yeah, they're all right over here. So are you going to attack him?
Yeah.
Okay. So. How do you want to? Flying scissor kick. Okay, so an unarmed strike. So a D4 plus your dex, and after you roll to hit. So roll to hit, 1d20 plus dex plus proficiency.
Plus dexterity plus proficiency.
Yeah, because I don't have a lot of unarmed strike as a macro for you yet. So
hold on, I forgot.
Yeah, that hits. That hits.
That's a 7. Okay.
Yeah, he's still prone too, so it's technically a disadvantage or at advantage.
And then a D4 plus.
So
plus 3 for your
plus your dex.
Total of 4.
Plus 3.
Plus 2.
Yeah.
So plus 5 altogether. 5. So it does 6 damage. Okay.
And I want to use a key point. Use flurry of blows. And so I roll 2 more times?
Roll to hit 2 more times, so roll 2 more d20s.
Okay.
And again, those are all at advantage, so good thing they're at advantage. Roll again.
What is that?
Yeah.
That would have been a nat 1 unless you roll another nat 1. Okay, so 18 hits. So roll it 4
plus 5, so 9.
Yep, 9 damage.
And that time I am as soon as I scissor kick him in the face, I'm gonna twist my body and then spin and do a back roundhouse. So that's another kick to the face. And then, let's see. Oh, and that's at
Oh my
hit
god!
again. And then +5 is 7. So this time I'm going to actually let's just
+3, so it's a total of 5.
yeah, let's just keep spinning and do another roundhouse kick straight to the face.
Basically, you went for a spinning bird kick.
Yeah, that. All the kicks to the face. Boom.
I would like to position myself at Vidania's back whenever she lands.
Uh-oh.
He takes his flurry of blows from you. Bah, bah, bah. Oh! And he's just kind of, he's waiting to see if you got any more. He bites his lip. Is that all you got? And he's going to return the favor. Wait, this is a mage. Huh. Oh dear. Yeah, where's Axel? What were you doing?
I position myself behind her, but if I see a mage start to wiggle his fingers and say some shit, I'm gonna nope the fuck out of that.
Fuck this shit out.
Yeah, he's a mage.
Right.
I don't know what
So
that means.
It means he's about to do some magic shit.
Oh, well, I'm
Yeah.
fucked. So, that's okay.
I mean, I'm literally right here.
Yeah, I used my last key point. I have no more key points. I used all 3 of them.
give me 1 second.
I
Wait,
mean, it takes 30 minutes for them to recharge, so...
Well, it takes a short rest, which is not 30 minutes passive.
Oh, well, shit.
Like, you need to actively be resting, not just wait 30 minutes.
Oh, what the hell?
okay, so he gets up, starts chanting, and as he finishes his incantation, he completely vanishes.
Boo!
Nope, the fuck out.
Nah, he's invisible. He's around here somewhere.
Okay, you can search for him. You can, if you think he's invisible, you can search for him, but you cannot actively see him.
How do you search for somebody and not actively see them?
If they're invisible.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you can look around for him. This isn't combat. Unless you find him again, then it might go to combat. In that case, we're gonna roll for it. But he vanished from your sight, so you don't know where he is.
I'm going
Can I
to...
just, like... Oh, well, you go ahead.
I'm
But
gonna
you
be
guys,
like-
both of you could hear footsteps that were close to you, and you couldn't tell where they were, but they were right about here somewhere, right
Well,
next to you.
I'm just gonna, like, call out to the air. The offer still stands.
Okay.
Can I
What
roll
else did you guys want to
persuasion
do?
on that?
Yeah, go ahead. Man, you get +6. Holy shit. Okay. You get him. I don't know. Is this concentration? Yes. The message is concentration. So you get a message in your head that says, "What's your offer? If I were to come work for you, what say you wouldn't just kill me?"
Well, I think people are a resource. And I could already tell that you can take a hit. You've survived when nobody else around you has.
Well, my mother has no ambition, and my talents for magic far exceed hers.
I'm going to try to be a master soon. Would you like to learn psionics?
You know arcane arts? Psionic arts, even.
Mm-hmm.
That's impressive for a female.
Did this man in the
for
drow
any
society?
drow.
Did this man in the drow society just try pull that? Oh boy.
Yeah, you got to call it like a condescending edge to him talking about your gender a little bit. But
He may be a strong mage, but he's not very bright.
Yeah, but at the same time, females learning arcane arts is often seen, especially in the eyes of other females, as beneath them, as something reserved for the lower class of males.
Exactly. You see, I can see the worth in the arcane art. Wouldn't it be handy to have a female more sympathetic to your side?
I do like the idea. Let me think on it. I'll say, if you were able to kill my mother and adopt me, then I would definitely join your side. You would be a mother worth having.
Probably like half his fucking age, if that.
I don't know if I should reveal that information yet. I'm not sure I can truly trust you.
Give me another persuasion roll.
I don't know.
Give me another persuasion roll.
I still find it hilarious.
You can totally flip that back on him.
This son of a bitch is probably fucking my age or older, and I'm 6 times older than her.
I thought that was a 19.
Yeah. Okay. You get a long pause, and then finally he chimes back in and says,
My mother is of the 18th house. She's no one of consequence. Surely someone of your stature could slaughter her in her sleep. And then you could take me as your own child. And as you raised to the throne in your house, I will have a seat as the house mage. I do like the prospects. I think I will agree.
Man, this guy is probably fucking at least 4 times as old as her. It's so hilarious.
You see him come out of hiding off in the distance.
Like, I would be shocked if this man is under 150. You know what?
Well, we might need another mage in the house.
Oh, more mages are always good, but still.
Zavala seemed pretty upset at her kid.
Yeah, he approaches you, and he walks up and starts to speak in person. He looks over at your sister and begins to sign in Drow. He says, "You will take my mother, and then I will join your house," he says as he's signing. And then, but he's speaking as he's passing Vidania.
Good show. It was good of you to kill some of my siblings.
You killed someone, Vidania?
Fuck it, he's 193.
Good sir, you've given me the best news I've ever had.
Me?
No. How can you be sure you can trust him? He wants to know. Well, I can't say that because I don't know that. But I'm like, you can't trust him. They attacked us. How can you be sure you can trust him?
Do you have healing spells?
I was just doing my job. I was told by my matron to attack your house as duty to the Spider Queen.
And yet you
I
would
didn't
betray
agree
your
with it.
matron so quickly to join
Surely
ours.
House Illdorfain is the more powerful, as you have proven this night.
As we have proven many nights, yet you still chose to attack. Like morons.
Do you not understand my station? Were I to deny my matron what she ordered me to do, my life would be forfeit. It was either come here and die in battle, or possibly survive and make alliances as I have done, or die at the hands of my matron, or worse. I will take the fight here.
I'm mad. I'm just gonna go.
Has your flump died? Is your flump dead?
You can see the flump is kind of stirring.
Says, I'm fine, Barakna. But it hurts.
What's your name? Mage. Do you have a healing spell?
Healing spell? Do I look like a cleric? I'm no healer.
Do you have a potion?
That I can help you with.
And he reaches into his pouch and pulls forth a potion. And roll a d8 and add your con modifier to it. If you're
Aren't potions usually 2d4 plus 2?
Yes, but he has a big flask.
Woohoo! Plus your con, whatever that is.
Or he has
I'm
a
not
different,
drinking
it's a different size flask. Or it's a different kind of potion. But yeah, it
I'm
heals
not
her up.
drinking it.
It heals her up a little bit. I know you're not drinking it.
Oh.
But you're
Okay.
feeding it to the Flump, and she kind of slurps at it greedily.
Thanks, Veracna. Ah,
And it kind of, you can see it soothe down, and the poison is kind of pushed out of it, and it goes, and the poison is all ejected from the bottom half of it.
ah, that's much better.
I have a favor to ask you later, Plum.
Are you saying that out loud?
Yes.
Lena's not doing anybody
Yeah,
favors,
it communicates only telepathically. It doesn't actually speak
Yeah.
words. So
Okay.
it's
You speak it out
communicating
loud.
again. Yeah.
but I'm gonna speak up. And I'm gonna say Lena's not doing anybody any favors right now.
Well, I think Lena should stay with me. You've almost got her killed twice.
I think
both
you should
of you
mind your
give
own business.
persuasion rolls right here. Give
As
both
all,
of you roll persuasions.
as all this is happening, I'm gonna place chicanery in between Vidania's shoulder blades and say, "You didn't do anybody any favors. Thank you very much."
Oh dear. Okay, where is Rizak?
May I just say, for the sake of humor, I think it would be hilarious if this is when I get back there.
I don't even see Rizak, so where is Rizak?
Yeah.
Rizak
Where-
was supposed to be behind Vidania.
The whole time.
Remember?
Oh, right. Okay, yeah.
Even when I ran up on him and
I just
attacked
don't see his token though.
Yeah, that
Oh.
went. Yeah. Where is your token?
Didn't you see it froze?
Yeah.
I think the longest time.
Yeah, I got it. Because you were hiding over there.
Ooh.
Okay, so Vidania, go ahead and roll your persuasion.
I can't access my character sheet. It messed up my laptop.
Giselle's gonna come back and see this scene. I'm kicking
Yeah,
it with their
that was-
fucking mage.
would be-
Giselle already passed
One
you guys.
another.
Because I already
like-
passed you guys into the gate.
Yeah, none of you. Yeah, that's when you ran off to deal with this shit instead.
Oh.
You know, I was on my way back, and Vidania said, "You know what? I need to go vent. I'm seeing what happened at the mushroom."
Well, remember,
trying
Precious is hiding in my cleave, so Precious can see what's going
Yes,
on.
Precious will inform me of this later.
I got it. Okay, so there's your persuasion plus 4.
I can't
Oh,
see
God.
anything. I've restarted.
Okay, I'm gonna let you roll that
Let
because I
her
rolled a
roll
5 for you. Yeah. I was using it off your character sheet, but it was a nat 1. That's why.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm trying to get there.
Okay, so as Lena's looking back and forth between both of you, and she starts to make a move towards Veracna, you feel like this kind of cold heat from behind you in between your shoulder blades as Rizaxel's voice starts to come into your ears.
This is so intense.
So I have a hilt at my back.
So you feel this cold heat at your back as Rizaxel says what Rizaxel said, which I'm pretty sure was, you didn't do something or other, I didn't hear.
I didn't help anybody. Basically.
Okay, yeah. You heard, you
Okay.
didn't help anybody from Rizaxel, the second blood.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I don't hide behind magic like some.
Ooh.
But you know what? That's okay. Lena's her own being. She can make her own choice. Lena, if you would feel safer with Vera, please go.
And you hear over in this direction some whoop, 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 and then whoop, whoop, like muffled screaming,
Wow.
and
Less
then-
than 2 seconds, a new kidnapping record.
okay, so you guys are still Vidania, you got a dagger at your back, you got a mage in front of you and your sister, and your Plump is in your arms just now stabilized.
Right. I thought
Oh, I
she
thought
was
the Plump was the
leaving.
one making that noise and getting kidnapped.
Yeah.
What is it?
We
Oh, we
that
thought
the Plump was
Lena
getting
was the one
kidnapped
getting
again.
kidnapped.
I couldn't hear. There's too many people fucking.
We thought Flump was getting kidnapped again.
Oh no, the Flump. Nothing's getting kidnapped. You just hear like this gargle sound off in the distance, and says, "Oh, where you are, you might be able to see." Now you guys can see. So you guys are still heading in
Yes.
as these two Dwagar.
And for the I said what I said, I withdraw the blade.
No.
Okay, so you feel it slowly go away from you, and it descends a little bit in your shoulder, or away from your shoulder. And you turn around and look at Razaxel, who's just now, or maybe sheathing his weapon, but he's moving it away from you at least. The tip is moving around.
Yeah.
Tense situation.
I just told Lena. She has to make her choice. Lena is her own person.
Are we doing another first week?
Lena moves over towards Varakna
It says, she can protect me. It's nothing personal.
Nope. You've made your choice, as have you all. I see where alliances lie.
Alliances lie wherever you can make them.
Indeed. And you are Drow. We are Drow.
What do you mean, you are Drow?
We are Drow. And
I'm just gonna eye her.
I am going to leave. I'm going to dash off. Can I go toward the fungal grove more? Or
You going after that Drow? You gonna myrtleize some more people?
yeah, I want to go. I'm just gonna go. That's what I'm gonna do. I don't have to do distance or anything because I'm not engaging in battle with anybody, correct?
Okay, so you make it about there, or a little bit
About where?
about here, and
Okay,
then
okay.
I need you to roll initiative.
Initiative?
Yes.
Can I follow her?
Right.
The return of Earful!
Oh, good. Okay.
What is it?
Would it be possible for me to follow?
Oh crap.
She is still faster than you and has a head start, so... Like, even if it's
she
not...
was running.
And even if it's not combat motion, she's still 33% faster than you. Well.
I've never seen a negative initiative before.
What's a -3?
Who the fuck has a 2 to dex?
Okay.
Okay, so as you're rounding around this corner, you see this 5-foot wall of clear jelly just there, and I need you to make a dex save to not run into it.
Okay. Crap.
Can I
How
be
would I go
coming
about
up on
doing
her?
that?
Push the dexterity save button.
Okay, I'm going. I'm working on it. Dexterity save. Please.
Okay, so you're able to dodge out of the way, just narrowly escaping this cube right here.
What was it? I didn't even see.
It's just this wall of jelly. And
No, I didn't see what my roll was. It didn't pop up.
Oh, yeah, it was
18.
18. Your roll
Oh,
was 13 plus 5.
Okay. Oh, there it is. Okay.
Okay, so you narrowly avoid this cube. So you see this wall of jelly that you just narrowly missed. What do you want to do? You want to escape it, attack it? As you look inside of it, you can see the drow male that ran off in this direction. And he's inside of it, like suffocated.
I'm just gonna kind of smirk and then Can I run this way and try to go past / around it, or no? Like
Run which way?
Like that way, or no?
Yeah, you can move away from it. So as you move, yeah, you can move away from it.
How much?
I would say you can move your full 30 feet. Well,
40.
Yeah, you can move your full 40 feet. But if you go, yeah, it's going to get an attack of opportunity. So it's going to swing at you. It's going to try to swallow you.
So any way I move, it's going to try to swallow me?
Yeah.
Well, you can use an action. She could use the disengage action.
Yeah, you could. You can disengage.
I don't have one of those.
It's just
No,
your...
Everyone has it.
Yeah, everybody can use disengage as an action to get away safely.
When you disengage, people don't get attacks of opportunity when you move.
Yeah, I want to do that. I can change my course of direction, correct?
You could have done that. You can change your course of direction anyways.
Yeah.
It's just no matter how you try going down into the fungal groves, you're going to have to come past it unless you went back up in a way. And either way, with as close as you are, it will get that attack of opportunity. So
yeah, no,
unless you use your disengage. If you use your disengage.
I'm going to disengage and try to change direction and dip off into the dark.
Well, if you use your disengage, you don't need to change direction. You can still go to the fungal groves without it being able to attack.
Oh, well then, can I do? How the hell does that work?
Okay, so you're using your movement.
Basically, disengage stops them from taking attacks of opportunity. So if you didn't and moved past it, you'd be in range and it would get an attack of opportunity. But since you disengage, you're not moving through its square, so it doesn't.
Exactly.
Okay, yeah. That's what I want to do.
Okay, so you
disengage.
I can
move my 40 feet.
Yeah, then you can move your 40 feet and get, as far as you can get down. Yeah, as you get to about here, I'd say, you can see the other drow, the female that's dead, and she's just looks like she's all lumped up in a mass over here. And you can hear Earfo laughing as you're getting closer.
Can I follow her?
Sure.
Follow her.
That's great.
I'm going to try to avoid this guy because I know what he does.
You didn't see that. It's right around the corner. That's why she didn't see it, because it's right there. So if you're following her the same way, you'll have to make the same saves.
Alright.
As you come around that bend, right there, you see...
I'm walking, though.
Oh, you're not. Okay, you're not sprinting. So you can see this wall of jelly there. It's just kind of clear, a little see-through, and there's a drow male inside of it, trying to swim his way out to the top, and it's just not getting
part of that.
Okay, so you can move around it then if you're not running. But if you're following her at the same pace,
I'm just walking.
Yeah. Okay. So so you get down there and you see that drow female, and you can hear Earfo laughing, but you don't see him anywhere. But as you get down there, you see another cube coming out through the gate of Filthea, and it's just coming straight through, and then another one down here just comes through, and Earfo,
what an idiot!
And Arachnath, you're coming this way. Roll initiative.
I meant to hit it once, but I hit it twice.
It was 16. Or, well, I don't know. I don't know her rolls.
So, we'll have to go back through initiative order here in this way. Rosaxo, you can still be moving this way if you want to. If you want to be a part of this. But you can hear...
Curious, why not?
Yeah, you can hear Earfo laughing off in the distance. And I'd say Tizal and Zavala could too, but Zavala is just gathering up the troops, and she doesn't really care. And she's starting to send some of the servants to inspect some of the bodies that are laying around.
Yeah, Uriel went to bed.
Who?
Uriel.
Oh, okay, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. We'll just fill him in with what happened on this. So he basically, we'll just say that he went inside with his creations. So, but Rosaxo, you can hear what's going on in the distance. So the mage is following you too, by the way. So he's gonna roll initiative too if you start to get the combat.
Yeah, I would say let me move up here. I'll roll initiative too, I guess.
Okay. Yeah, everybody wants to keep playing, so we're gonna keep playing.
I gotta reset. Or refresh, or whatever you call it.
2 ints. Oh, nat 1 for him, and a 16 for Riz. Alright, so there's the order now. And you can see these 2 cubes coming out from down here as you guys get closer. And the one that's right over here. And this one doesn't look like it's making any moves. It's just got somebody in the middle of it. And they're still struggling to get out. Alright, so, Varakna, you can see Bodanya down here approaching the dead drow. It looks like she was suffocated. And this is the mushroom that you guys could probably guess was setting
I see
off.
nothing but a black screen. What is up with that?
Are you
And I
facing
just
the wall?
refreshed. I don't think so.
Excuse me.
It won't let me go over anymore.
Actually, take a really quick, 5-minute break.
Yeah, let's take a 10-minute, if that's okay, and come back. Jeez, it's almost 3 in the morning. Yeah, if you guys want to keep playing, we'll come back at 10 till. Okay, so again, for continuity, Tizao is going to be in the house speaking to the matron. So the matron's antechamber will be off limits for the remainder of the evening, just because we'll have to have a side quest that Tizao, the matron, and possibly the rest of you, when you come inside, could be a problem. Yeah, Varakna, you come around this corner, and you see Vidanya and Lena standing over this dead drow room.
Oh, Lena's not with me.
Lena's
though.
with
Lena's
me.
with Vera. She went to Vera.
Oh, right. That's right. That's why she was over there. Yeah, so you're carrying Lena with you, and Lena's kind of glowing around the corner. And
That's why I left.
Yeah, so as you come around this corner with Lena, you actually see the gelatinous cube on your guys' right or left as you're coming in, I guess. You see it kind of shudder against the light of Lena.
I'm going to just stroll in and be like, IFO. I'm preparing to have a tea party.
Okay, you don't hear anything at first, you just keep hearing his laughter off in the distance.
Alright, I'm going to use my movement to go here.
Okay. So as you get over there, it sounds like the voice is a little more centered. Like his laughter, it sounds like it's more from above. Maybe from the top of the mushrooms, from the bigger ones. But you can hear him. Come closer, Varakna! Check out what I found!
Where are you?
You still can't see anything, but you just heard that off in the distance. And you can hear, yeah, that's all you see.
Come get me.
Okay, so he shouts back, "Don't be afraid of the cubes! They're friendly!"
Okay, where are you? I will come to you if you tell me where you are.
Sounds like someone got a slime back.
Just let me see you and I will connect mentally to you.
Do a persuasion for me.
Fiddle your foe.
Persuasion?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Okay, so you look up about, probably say 80 feet off the ground, and this mushroom's up there. Okay, it sounds like it's up here. You just see a slime-covered head poking up a little bit, and it makes eye contact with you just enough to, and then bam, you're connected. He says, "Lure your sister in. I've got it."
I have another plan.
He says, "No, it must happen now. It's perfect."
I know, I understand. But I think there's a way that your matron could benefit to her not being dead.
Okay, so you're still having this conversation, but it's Zaxel's turn.
Okay.
Okay.
Do you want to go to text?
And by the way, everybody else heard Earfo talking at first, and Razaxel, with the distance that it was, the angle that Vidania is, she wouldn't have been able to see it, unfortunately, with where she is, because of how high it is. But Razaxel, from how far back you are, you may have been able to spot Earfo that popped up. So give me a perception, please.
Okay. I gotta scroll up. Perception.
Yeah, you're close enough to see it. Vidania is literally like right under, because the stalk's up 80 feet, the tallest mushroom, and then the top is kind of, it's pretty high. It's a barrel stalk.
Okay, so you said I couldn't see him, or I couldn't hear him, or both?
So you saw something move. You didn't see Earfo.
Okay.
You didn't see him, but you saw like spores from the top of the mushroom kind of fluff up and some shuffling going on. So you know that there's something up there. But with the direction of the voice, you could probably gather that that's the source of the voice.
Okay.
Or at least in that general direction.
Okay.
Because he was shouting back too, so there was that. And you're not... Vidania, you can hear it too, you just couldn't see anything. But if you want to give me a perception check, because some of the spores were coming off, you might have caught some of them coming down.
Oh, I'm not interested in him.
I know, but you might have been able to...
That.
You might have been able to see like the spores that were dropping from the top of the mushroom. Because you can hear Earfo around. You heard Vidania shouting to him, saying, "Come out," or whatever, you know. So you could hear her wanting to talk to him. You just didn't see where it was.
Okay. Still up in the air, obviously.
Okay. Yeah, unfortunately, you didn't catch anything that was falling. The spores were dispersed a little too well for them to fall into your line of sight. Or maybe it was just the spores on the ground were thick. But there is still this female down here that you're standing close to. So there's
Wait, what female? The dead one?
The dead female.
The drow female. Yeah, she's still laying down there. And there's also one still inside of the gelatinous cube back there too. But
yeah, I'm gonna walk over to the gelatinous cube. Can I not be in combat?
Not yet, because you're actually moving towards, just because of the way of things are going. That way I can keep track of everything better. So it's actually Razaxel's. So Razaxel, you made a move in this direction. Were you doing anything else after that?
You said the spores kind of dissipated and whatnot from the tall mushroom.
Yeah, that was for Vidania's perception. For yours, you could see them kind of puff up, like something was moving from the top of the mushroom up there. and you saw the shuffling around, but you couldn't make out what or who it was.
Right.
There's also, you tie that in with the shuffling up there, with the voices that you heard, and the direction. Like, Vidania could probably discern it if she would have seen something. She knows that the voice is probably above her somewhere, but she's not sure where. The visual indicator,
But I don't.
like, kind
I'm
of.
not in.
Right.
I don't
You're
care
not.
to know where he's at. Like I don't. So I'm not looking for anything.
I'm gonna check the drow down here. Can I get a perception check on her?
They look. Yeah, it's a female, and she's like all writhed up, looking like she was like gasping for something, like, "Ah!" And just kind of like locked in that position, but covered in slime.
Gotcha.
But she looks very dead.
Gotcha. Alright. I guess for that, I will withhold my action then.
Okay. Did you want to have a specific trigger?
I don't suspect anything to attack. I mean, I'm still up in the air, and yeah. No specific trigger. I think I'll just delay my action, I guess.
Okay. Now, zooming out on the thing. It's a little hard to work with two computers once you got the hang of it. Okay, so you're just withholding your action. We're just chilling there. We'll go to this guy. They don't have a very far range. I know they can move it. Oh yeah, these things are like pretty transparent, but they're actually kind of greenish. So I would say these ones aren't that transparent.
Well,
so it's going to attempt to move in the same space as Vidania and engulf.
Oh.
Okay, so it's going to attempt to move up to its speed, which is 15 feet, and then it can enter a large or smaller creature's space, and when it does, you have to make a dexterity save. So on a 12, it's kind of the same thing that happened. If you make it, then you move out of the way, and you can push it. You can choose to be pushed back, or to the side, or if you choose not to, you suffer the consequences of a failed save, which is engulfed. On a failed save, the cube enters the creature's space, and then you take 3d6 acid damage if you're engulfed, etc., etc. So basically, you want to dodge this. It's DC 12. Hello?
I'm thinking.
Okay.
I would have heard her call out to Earful like she did, correct?
Yes.
And by this point, Vidania's just like completely overwhelmed and sorry, I need a drink of water.
Right, she just wants to get out.
She's not thinking rationally.
Right.
So, she's gonna look back at her twin, and look at Rizaxel, who, like I said, already put a dagger in her back, literally, not actually stabbed her, but... And she's just gonna look at him and say, I would rather die than be pawns in your game, and then she's just gonna let the cube take her.
She's not gonna try to make a save?
Nope.
Really? Why?
Can I do a reaction?
Nope, she's just gonna let it take her.
I mean, you can if you want it.
She's like all emotional. She's not thinking back. When she looks back at him, like you could see the tears in her eyes, and she's glaring.
Yeah.
And then she just like steps forward. She doesn't just let it take her. She steps forward into it.
Oh my god!
Okay. Oh geez. Okay, hold on. Give me 1 second. I have.
We're just gonna be like, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Oh jeez.
Well, she just told you she refuses to be pawns in your game.
Okay, hold on. Give me a second, because I have to stop this. Come on back 1 second.
I can't fucking believe that just happened.
Okay, so here's what's gonna happen. As this thing is engulfing you, right? You're starting to feel the sting of the acid. It's starting to melt away your skin, and you're seeing Barakna, your sister, being engulfed by this thing, and her skin starting to melt away, her bones starting to show in some places, and you're just holding your teeth tight. Not a scream is coming out of you, right? And as you think that you're starting to fade into the darkness,